Let's go, Mona. Rapid. Rapid. What's up, guys? Good to see you today. Yeah, we got this. We're gonna bang this event out today. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long. 25 special rounds could be, you know, a little challenging. This one's gonna be tough. We're gonna need field upgrades for this. 10 zombies without reloading, while using the Blundergat, which is clearly not the Sundergat, which is gonna be very tough. But we're gonna get that done too. Rapidly kill Radhounds isn't too bad. This one, Ted Tasks, isn't bad at all either. And then we've got this one for the wall buys. So we're have to spawn in, just rely on the wall buys. I think for the first game we could probably get like half the Ted Tasks done. The wall buys, 5,000 kills gonna be tough, but I think we can get that done too. Maybe we should separate these. Nah, we'll get the Blundergat too. We'll get that knocked out of the way, and then 25 special rounds will just be playing the game. We're getting close to the SMG. We're still gonna run the marksman rifle though, run around with that. But let's get after that. Let's get after it. What up, Lil CEO? How are you? David Darkness, what happened to the stream yesterday? I was already getting off at like 20. That dude started just like tweaking out in the chat or whatever, so I thought it'd be funny to just completely end it. So I was gonna be done in the next like 5-10 minutes anyway. So thought it'd be funny just to pull the plug, but we're chilling. All right, we're good there. YouTube's having an issue today. What the fuck? Hold on. There's like a bitrate thing going on here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Looks like YouTube's having a problem today. All right, give me 1 second. Hold on. I think I'm just gonna close OBS and then real. It's still not. Oh, what the hell was that? Dude, what the fuck? Oh, this is OBS just crashed. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. I think OBS was just having a little shit. Little piss in the wind, I guess. I think we're good now. Looks like it's completely stable. All right, cool. I don't know what the hell that was about. OBS issues to start, but we're back. Stock option Gobblegum. Let's get after it. What up, Vibes? How are we? Sparkles and Jewels. Ranchero, good to see you as well. Yeah, we're gonna use stock option for the Blundergat, and then also we've got what is it? Frenzied Guard will help as well for that. What up, Little Seal? Jerry, welcome in. Best wall buy in your opinion is the one by Pap. Yeah, the one by Pap, isn't that the I'm pretty sure the one by Pap is the Carbon. Although no, that might be in the daytime version of Nuketown. What's the one in the I'm gonna have the zombie build for it anyways. Let's go. I think we need to play Knocked in order to fix the bitrate. Yeah, we're gonna boot up World at War really quickly, boys. We're going back to the classics here. All right, well, let's not waste any more time. I've got double battle pass rolling to get the SMG faster. We got double weapon going to level this gun up more quickly. So let's just get into it. Let's get into it. What up, Roy? How are we? Have I played the new mode yet? About to try for the first time. I did play the new mode yesterday. I played through 2 of the different challenges, and I really like it. I think it's actually a really solid mode that they should continue to update. I definitely would like to see some sort of like rotating boss fights at the very end of each of these. Like, one would be cool to obviously get them on every map. Like, that'd be super sick to get like the Totenreich version, Paradox version, you know, Astra, not just Ashes of the Damned, which would be super cool. But I think towards the end, I think it'd be insane to see some sort of like an end game boss fight where like you use Z-Rex, or I don't know, like there's a Z-Rex like Oscar or something, where every game could potentially be different based on the random boss fight that you're fighting at the very end. I think it's cool. I think the replayability value for it might be a little bit tough. Like, as you get, why is this like sticking at 20? Towards the end, like after you've unlocked everything and you've gone through the playlist one time, I feel like maybe there might not be too much of a reason to run it back, I guess. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's cool. I'm enjoying it. Do you know our flashing on Transit 1 or Ashes? What's up? If you keep the door closed but the outside of the greenhouse, open the door, get back there, camp for 5,000 kills faster, you know the strat. Acting like a chud, better not show up today. I hope he does show up today, man. Honestly, like, I wasn't really tweaked out about it. I was gonna get off at 20 after we did the one challenge anyways and go eat, and it was just kind of, I thought it'd be funny to just completely end it. I don't know if he was being serious, but like at 1 in the morning, I was working on a video and I got a notification that he commented on the stream and was like, "My bad, dude, I was being an ass." I'm like, okay, you didn't have to, you didn't have to apologize. I don't really care. But, yeah. What up, Tiger? Thoughts on the Richtofen Panzer skin? It looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like a. It'd be cool. Imagine if they had a Panzer score streak. You know me. You know my conspiracy takes. I think again, this is all just like massive asset dumping and testing for 2028, whatever you want to call that next game. I mean, it's just schizo theory, but you know, we've got the Blundergat back. We've been over this 1,000 times. I think that's just another example of like them doing a skin that could also potentially be reused in the future for another map. But that's just me and my schizo. But the skin itself looks pretty sick. If it's out today, we might be picking that up. Rabbit, you were playing Vanguard the other day and got close to unlocking the mastery cam and you lost all progression. Man, you sound like me, dude. You sound like me when I accidentally unlink my account or think that that's going to carry over if I combine both my longtime COD accounts into one. Very tough. What up, Invalid? Those 5K wall buys take forever. Yeah, I bet. This is like a grindy challenge, which is I kind of like it because it's more fair than the leaderboard event, where like you could get a sweaty board or you could get with like cheaters and stuff. I like this, and I like that it only lasts a week too, but you really gotta grind if you want this because these aren't exactly, they're easy challenges, but they're very tedious challenges, let's put it that way. All right, let me, do I spin for the blunt? Let's get a wall weapon first. We gotta start working on that. I was over here, definitely not the Velox. What is the M8's over there? That would have been good at a certain time. Damn, I have this 250. Let's use a weapon that we don't have 250. So what is this, the M8? Yeah, we'll use the M8, fuck it. Who cares? Oh, it's not even a zombie build. God damn it. Should we restart? It's only round 3. Should we restart and put the zombie build on? I know I have this, like, they always fuck up the zombie build. I'm gonna restart. I don't care. Let's go Aura. Hell yeah. Israel, welcome in. Mirage, what camo is that? It's the new limited time event, I guess, for Nuked Survival, where you gotta do like 6 challenges. They're pretty tedious. It's not an easy set here, but yeah. All right, hold on. Let me. Dude, I know I have a fucking zombie build for this. I don't know why they don't save. The marksman rifle, anyways. M8. There we go. Okay, maybe it's not a zombie build. Well, all right. Damn it. Right with this. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Monolithic, good enough. Let's do. I don't know. Just throw on some random shit. There we go. We'll put Codebreaker on this too. Gotta flex it. All right, and then. There we go. Okay, 100% zombie build. All right, now we can actually resume grind. The Warzone meta build, yeah, literally the Warzone meta build. Let's go. Invalid is the goat. Tommy, no Twitch. Maybe we should get on that. My mic just died? No way. No shot. No how. It's my Space account. You want to add me? I got MySpace back in 2005. So it's you just go ahead and add MZC over there, and guaranteed there will be a MySpace page dedicated to that. And I spawn. Oh my God, I fucking spawn with it, dude. Whatever. All right, well, we're gonna buy the one off the wall for the rarity upgrade. This thing's still so good. Get Rampage moving too, so we can hurry up with that. 1450. Didn't hear what I said about it, but dude, like I went through and I spent like an hour and a half one day making just zombie builds for the rest of the year, and then when season, I think 3 ranked play came out, obviously I was grinding that, and like the meta changed a couple of times, and I think like half of my weaponry just completely got cooked. No way, we got a mystery perk. Okay, you know what? Free perk's a free perk, but there were definitely better things than that. Is this bug displaying again where you can't see the rarity? Yeah, nice, awesome. And we're gonna take it down. Cool. Okay, so the rarity bug is back in the game. That's sick. Although I wonder if it'll change when I pack a punch. Back-to-back SMWs so we get Chronicles 2. I'm gonna be sick if we don't get Chronicles 2. I'm gonna be honest. Not obviously this year. I mean, it would be cool to see the BO6 maps come back, but you know, if we don't get a Chronicles 2 in 2028, I'm gonna be a little bit salty. Need it. All right, stand still. Guess we'll fill up this one now and see if we can't get maybe a wonder weapon or. I doubt they added in any extra like side eggs, but imagine if they juiced the pods on the survival map. That'd be interesting. This is bad. Well, too much going on over here right now. Holy shit, that's a lot of zombies. Nothing good. And we're out of ammo. Okay, well, let's do this. Should finish her up. Okay, vault trade, solid for the ammo. Let's see, survival map, including the streets as well, is disappointing. I completely agree, Majority. We had this conversation yesterday for a little bit. We'll have it again today too. Dude, I am kind of sick that they opened up the area. Like, there's no, it's so redundant, man. I mean, I guess they did this. Like, this is interesting. Why is this spawn so early? Like, that's a gimmick for the map, I guess. But like, they could have done that with just keeping Nuketown closed off. Like, it just makes the map so much easier. It feels like you're playing Paradox. And I'd rather play Paradox to get the Ether Tool and the Pack Crystal. Would be cool. Play Survival for no mimics, by the way. I know, but even then, it's just still not like. That'd be sick if the Sundergat was in the box, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I could go play farm for the same thing up until 30 or 40. Honestly, like the survival map doesn't change constantly. You just get a nuked version. No mimics is nice. Again, it is cool. I just feel like it's slightly redundant. I don't mind the changes though. I guess if you don't like flipping back and forth between different the different nuke towns, like I could see that, but I don't mind doing that. So for me, it's just kind of like, you know. So many peaks. There we go. Okay, I just pressed for the no camo and it gives me the camo. Interesting. Probably throw Rampage and Deucer back on here too.
You will know me by the bodies I leave in my wake.
Can you track these in game? Yeah, you can. I guess you can only track one of them. Awesome. 25 special. Perfect. All right. Yeah, we're throwing Rampage and Deucer on. Maybe we should go for the Blundergat too. See if we can get lucky. Let's just do it. Throw that Wonder Bar on. Nuke survival pointless. I definitely gotta agree. I gotta agree, Andrew. Paradox Junction 2. Literally, if there was a Paradox Junction 2, this is what it would be. I mean, basically, right? For the headphones by the truck for the only one. I don't think that there's any more. You can't even activate the Easter egg song in this, I don't think. Should have done this in Cursed for gold Peaks eggs. Yee. Could have, should have. Chilling though, of course. I need rapid kills with these dogs quickly. I don't think enough are spawning right now to be considered rapid kills. All right, come on. Let's get lucky, Blundergat. Don't make me spend tons of gums trying to get for this. Damn it. It's gonna be a long one. We're gonna have to get really lucky here. This is where we get hit hard. They should have made like BO2 Nuketown where the perks fall from the sky and stuff. I totally agree. I think I mean, I don't know how hard that is to code. I'm not a dev, but you could have just kept this street blocked off. I would have done like the OG 4 perks, Rain from the Sky with Pack-a-Punch, then like 25 Wonder Fizz spawns. I think that would have been a pretty sick gimmick. But alas. There we go. Come on, Blundergat. Is that impossible? Can you even get the Blunder? You know, there's no way you can get a Blundergat from the trials. I guess we'll go. No choice but to go for the ray gun. Okay. What up, Kachi? How are we? 25 spins in by round 28. Getting the Blundergat from the box is crazy hard. Using Wonder Bar makes it easier, but 1/3 chance the ray gun Mark II so often. Yeah, you definitely. I think I mean, for sure, there's a higher chance for both the Mark II and the ray gun, the Blundergat. It's not even close either. Upgrade a blue rarity here. Try and get that Wonder Bar. I mean, the sooner the better for that. With Frenzied Guard, stock option won't be hard once we get it Pack-a-Punched all the way, but real tough. Point farming the box. See, I don't. My only gripe with the Curse is that I don't like the. I feel like I'm never upgrading my weapons in Curse because I'm just trying to point farm and it takes infinitely longer to push rounds. But yeah, for this, it would definitely be better to get the point farming for the box. Although ATP, I got like 20, 25 Wonder Bars I can just chew through here. All right, come on. See some good luck RNG. All right, well, we've gotten the 2 Wonder Weapons that aren't the Blundergat, so 3rd time's gonna have to be a charm, am I right? Come on. Yeah, ain't gonna be shit. We ain't gonna be seeing that for a minute. All right, let me get blue rarity here. I should probably get like double tap or jug, I guess. I mean, I guess. This gun's still super solid. Love that. What's my Twitch channel? You can't find it. You're gonna be searching for that Twitch channel for a while, man. I ain't got Twitch. Use the Mr. Peaks field upgrade. Pull that on the box on round 8. As you see, I should. If I had the augment equipped, I'd switch. He's respin cycle as well. True. Double attempt. All right, let's grab. I see it. We have double tap on the map here. I guess that's kind of cool that it spawns random perks, but it would have been sick to just not. I don't know. I was hoping for the main mechanics. It's fine. It's whatever. Grab jug too. Just be safe and get set up here. I mean, double tap and then we're good. Ammo situation's a little bit tough though, even with Vulturade. It's just so good. What up, Stanley? Good to see you, brother. Hopefully you're chilling. Friday vibes. I'm assuming it's warm down there. It's probably what, like pushing 100, maybe 90. It's like mid 80s up here. So if it's mid 80s up here, it's got to be close to 100 down there. Hopefully the humidity is just not killing you. All right. One more spin for the box, then we'll actually just start focusing on surviving. Here we go, Wonder Bar. 3rd time's a charm. Gotta be it right here. 3rd time's a charm. Here we go. Tough scenes out here. Just chewing money down the drain. Oh, good. Very warm, mid 90s every day. I'm kind of jealous though. Like I really like the heat. It's tough to go running in the heat like that, but with it's been so nice up here. 70s, 80s, and sunny. Like I've been trying to get out and get as much sun as I can. I didn't do that the past couple of years, and I felt like it just completely cooked me. I was tired all the time. Definitely vitamin D deficient. But been in this nice routine of like getting home from the gym, and then if I don't hit legs. I hit legs the other day and I still ran. I'll go to the gym, I'll come home and I'll do cardio outside when the UV is like pretty close to peak, so I get the nice 30 minutes of sun in while I'm getting the cardio in and sweat a bunch and then done for the day. Although that shit wears me out. The cardio and the sun is just like it's exhausting. Yeah, he'll slowly outrun the zombies. Yep. Spies the heat, blue and green hellscape. Hey man, we'll trade places. We'll trade places if you want. We'll trade places. Wonder Bar, no respin cycle. Nah, we'll just torch them. Here we go. 4th time's a charm. If we don't get it in the next, if we go through 6 and we don't get it, then we'll stop doing this game and come back next game. We'll bring in the respin cycle for fun. Mr. Peaks too, even. Nice. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right. At least eventually we get there. This is going to be interesting, though, in terms of points. Like, would be nice to get a few more TED tasks, maybe get some ether crystals that way. Because this is definitely going to need to keep being upgraded. I have to upgrade the Blundergat, too. Ah, man. Yeah, let's do Blundergat, and then I'll do... Yeah, just so they can kill for now. Good. Good peak sex is guaranteed goat. Guaranteed gat. Potentially. Couple of seal. Alright, here we go. Good TED task. Let's hit it. Hold the location. Oh, my favorite. My favorite. This is actually cool. We can kind of wedge ourselves back here. Gonna need to get armor soon, though. Oh, no. Speed cola, no. Knocking these dogs out, too. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to use this. Got it. Might as well use it, you know? But pre-order Wolverine? Probably not Wolverine. Gotta get GTA. I gotta get a PS5 for GTA. I gotta get GTA. I gotta get 2K. I gotta get Coddle Doodle. Wait, I have an idea. Hold on. This might be greed. That had to have done the trick, right? At least for one. Alright, I'm hoping at least we got like one or two out of that. I feel like that's pretty solid enough. Alright, perfect. PhD's fine. I'm gonna keep stims here. Same spot and not progressing. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Gotcha, what's up? No stock option work with the wonder weapons. They do. It does. Horde of the zombies use frenzy guard. Kill the horde with the Blundergat. Do that every time. Charge your frenzy. You'll get the challenge done quickly. Yeah. Just gotta lock in on the horde here. I should probably, if I get stamina up and maybe like in their play vest, I could probably turn the rampage and juice around and make this go by a little bit faster. Oh. We'll hit frenzied here. Just want to get them all nice and lined up. I feel like that's definitely at least two. Had to have been 20 zombies right there. Show the challenge track so you can see the progress. It's only let me track one at a time. I don't know if that's a me thing or everybody type of thing. Okay, here we go. TED task. Hold the sack. Probably should spin for another one of those gums too. Killing the location. Oh my god, let's go. Alright, I'll use this for now. There's a dog stuck inside of there. Oh, insta-kill's free. Alright, come on. Pack crystal or stamina up. Melee macchiato. Beautiful. Exactly what we needed there. Alright. Rarity. I'm gonna turn this. Oh, no, I'm not. Turn that on and then go grab the plate vest. We should be able to start making some progress here. Pep 4 Blunder has 6 shots. Yeah, but to get to that point, I feel like it'd be faster to just knock him out with the gums and the Frenzied Guard. Is the new Panzer Soldat skin for Ricky? Or am I still using the Wave Crusher Nostalgia Bait skin? Definitely got to use, I mean, probably still running the Wave Bait Nostalgia. I'm running it right now. But yeah, it's another Richtofen skin. Richtofen's been like, I mean, obviously, like they're gonna give Dempsey and Richtofen the most skins out of anybody, but dude, Richtofen's up to like 10 skins, 15 skins already. It's kind of insane. Okay. What's up? Ripped. Should you get from McDonald's into the drive-thru 3 Hermans? All right, go to the Big Mac, medium fry, Diet Coke, and 10-piece nugget. Get that protein in. I don't know why I fucking just spun the box. Is that a big back order right there? Is that too much? Is that too much? You need the Diet Coke for the caffeine though. Oh, I thought that was a challenge already. I was like, man, that was easy. Shit kills quick. Guess Arsenal might be worth it. I need stamina up bad. And a PAP 2 upgrade here. All right, we're gonna go PAP 2, and then we'll loop around for stamina up. Oh shit! All right, maybe not. Damn, they fucking ripped. Shields up again? Come on, man. 100k needed. Israel's really pushing for curse, man. Israel's really pushing for curse right now. Should we go for another Wonder Bar? Get their normal again this time? Wait, this, shit, is this co-op only? You have PAP 3, Mark 78 with Fireworks Ray Gun, Mark 3, Mao keeps healing. Dude, he's tough. You gotta use an ammo mod, too. You gotta make sure you got an ammo mod on your weapon. That's half the battle right there. Spend $6 at Wendy's and get all the essentials. That's true. That's true. Get a little Frosty in there, too. Oh, yeah. Alright, there we go. I was hoping for a pack. Of course, a pack's the ray gun. Nice. Could have gotten a free little blunder off there. Let's do this first. Is that it? Let's go. Okay, easy. Blunder got one already done, so I'm glad we knocked that out early. Let me go back to the M8. Let's see. Special rounds. That's gonna be a fucking fat minute. Just have to like run through the dogs there. I'm really not having a curse glazer. This whatever so Stanley is like too far. It's all the way up. I have to scroll far up. Last thing I see from Stanley is talking about the heat. All right, this is free money in the dog challenge and a special round. I'm assuming that's like 2 of the dog ones where it's like get rapid kills on 5 dogs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 3 in 1 round. What up, Dakota? Cherry Fizz camo in 2 weeks. Cherry Fizz camo in 2 weeks, man. That's gonna be the new go-to staple camo for the rest of the year. All right, let's go. Use McDonald's app to get a ton of free stuff. I love McDonald's, man. I have to stop myself from eating it. Have to stop myself from eating it. How did the ballistic knife get a pack in here? Really?
Sending Semtex.
Wow, that jumped up quick. Oh no! Crawler almost got me. Alright, I can switch off of this too and go back to Ether Shroud. Shroud it is. Quick arrive. Gonna be nasty. Needed to. It's probably like 4 out of the 25 TED tasks down as well. Need Cherryfish miss it? And Sensible pack camo, but you know, it stinks. The Sensible pack camo is fine. There's nothing wrong with Sensible pack camo. Is it the best of all time? No. Is it nice to have back? Honestly, yeah. I'm glad we're getting up. Dude, the camos this year have been gas. We've had it's like camo overload. I mean, we all just complained last year about wanting more camos and reactive camos throughout the year and challenges and stuff, and then they've given us like just so many this year that like you're never going to be able to use all of them on all the weapons. Like it's straight up impossible. Like it though. Speaking of smack D's, did you know the 30 days only McDonald's documentary was a complete fraud because the guy was drinking alcohol during the experiment? No, I don't even know what that is. You guys are going to have to educate me on what that is. Got Diet Coke just for me? Let's go, man. You're going to be cracked out for the back half of your day. That energy and that caffeine is going to carry you. Dude, this MA rips. Andrew, no worries. Have a good one. Have a good one. Oh yeah, running away. Okay, I did see that. Running away from the amalgam, and then the zombies will eventually just get out of the site. I think the strategy is to use AATs to undead to deal major damage. Apparently, if you use wildfire, the zombies die to wildfire while feeding Mao. It does do a lot of damage. Okay, because like when I was, dude, the ray gun did absolutely nothing. I know yesterday you were saying the AATs were good, Stanley. This just pissed me off. But they're bringing back BO3 things because it's always BO2 and BO1. I totally agree. Like, this is the first time... Well, they did the Argus. That was in BO4. I'm not sure how many other BO3 weapons got brought back. Like, the ICR, I guess, made it in. The KN, technically. Outside of that, there hasn't been much. I'm hoping for the Dingo at some point. I mean, this probably would have been the season to get that, but... Like, dude, we need the Dingo, we need the Draken. What else is missing that needs to come back? The Marshall pistols would be sick to see. That'd be a lot of different variations of pistols, though. Pack up here. It was called Super Size Me. The guy only ate McDonald's for 30 days straight to test the effects in the body, and his liver was cooked by the end. Okay, well, yeah, if he was drinking alcohol, then yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's... pretty standard. Oh no. Favorite camo so far? Dude, right now in the game, probably... I still like Nexus Horizon. Nexus Horizon's really, really good, especially not as much in zombies, but I can't not run it when I'm playing ranked. I think Cherry Fist is probably going to take over once that comes out. Underrated one, though, that I really, really like is Singularity. Not a lot of people like Singularity at launch, but I thought it's pretty heat. Too many camos, but you only use like 5 of them. That's what I'm saying. That, like, even if you put a camo on every single weapon and did a zombie build, you wouldn't even come close. Even if it was just only animated camos, you wouldn't even come close to finishing them all. Should probably move during this. You get the nuke. Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Cool. One of the HG40. The HG40 would have been sick too, but there's no way for a legacy weapon that they were gonna do the HG40 version of it. Although, dude, the fucking Dresden. I'm shocked they still kept it. No, they kept the name of Dresden. The Gorgon? No, absolutely not. The Gorgon. No. Nah, I couldn't get behind the Gorgon. The Gorgon wasn't... Like, you remember it, but I feel like you don't remember the Gorgon for being insanely broken. The Gorgon was like the troll LMG out of the box. Because you're like, dude, I want the RPK. I want the Dingo. Although the 3-round burst one was kind of shit too. There were 2 of the 4 LMGs were good. I feel like the Gorgon and then the whatever the BRM. Not great. What about the guy who only ate Twinkies and lost weight? What a wild experiment. That just proves calories in, calories out. Although your body's gonna look different from consuming Twinkies every day as it would for all your calories as you were if you were gonna do like steak, chicken, and rice, obviously. What about Widow's Wine perk? Dude, if they don't bring Widow's Wine back, I'll cry. They have a redesign, dude. They redesigned the logo in MWZ. They had a redesigned perk in the code at launch. The augments are done. Imagine if that's the super Easter egg, though. Imagine they give you a whole perk. Widow's Wine added to the Wonder Fizz. That'd be kind of crazy. About the Siren, it's inspired for the... Yeah, that's true. That is true. The Banshee is back. I either need the Marshals or the E9 Rift. Or the Rift E9, sorry. The Rift E9 was disgusting on Revelations for the Morg was. God, the Rift was so good. Are they waiting to do a favorite camos randomizer? That would actually be a really... I feel like that wouldn't be a hard thing to add in either. That'd be cool. I definitely would like to see that come to the game. Alright, for camming, especially trying the zombies, the Gorgon was putrid. It was. Maybe, okay, maybe it was a little bit better in... Maybe it really was better in multiplayer. Because I remember, like, I feel like the DPS on it was pretty high. I'll probably turn Rampage and Inducer off too. I still don't have stamina up, no wonder. Didn't play zombies during that era. What did Widow's Wine do? Okay, Widow's Wine is like the ultimate crutch. Aside from Jug, it's like the ultra crutch perk. So basically, when you bought Widow's Wine, it would replace your 4 grenades with these like spider grenades that you could throw, and then they would explode and create like trap the zombies in webs, and then you could kill zombies and get more of the grenades back via like these like spider power-ups that you run over. But it would also, if you got hit, the grenades would explode, or you would explode, but it would take a grenade and then it would like put the webs all over the zombies. So it was like, especially during BO3, because BO3 I feel like it's on Shadows, not as much in the other maps, but on Shadows for sure, and even Zetsubo, like you kind of wanted Widow's Wine, especially when you were just getting used to the game, because it was a massive skill jump from BO2. I mean, yeah, the 3-hit system was a little bit different, but like, dude, the Margwa was tough to deal with. The maps were a little tougher to deal with. In retrospect, no, but like I remember at least that's how I thought when I was playing them when it first came out. It'd probably need to be a little bit reworked in this game, or with the augments, things would probably change around a little bit, but I just want to see it back no matter what. It only appeared in Black Ops 3. It's a lot of people's favorite perk, or top 3 favorite perk of all time, just because of how iconic it was. And like I said, it was kind of the crutch perk for like newbie to average players. What's up, Crash? $5 meal deal coming in clutch. Man, I wish. Executioner from BO2, that'd be another good pistol. There's a lot of pistols that we haven't seen in a while. I want the Mauser to come back. I'm thinking 2028 for that, especially if there are remasters in that game. Like, the Mauser has to find a way back in. You could really do it with like the prestige attachment being maybe like full auto or something. I don't know. Obviously the pack ability would have to be the Mauser. You do it just like the M1911 in this game. Give the pack ability just to fire glow up. Seems like you do cool stuff with the augments on it. Yeah, the augments would be like there was a perk in Black Ops 4 called oh shit, what was it? Fuck. Winter's Wail, that kind of did the same thing, where like you would explode and it would create like frost around you and you could freeze the zombies that way, but you didn't give you the grenades. I feel like it'd be a hybrid of that in this game, or there'd be like one augment path to make like the grenades really OP, or to make it more like the Winter's Wail. Mauser would be dope. You could totally do, the Mauser would be fine too, because like in multiplayer you can make it like a fast shooting high DPS pistol that's not full auto, or a high DPS like a 2-shot pistol but the fire rate's kind of slow, or 3-shot pistol, the body, the fire rate's slow. And then in zombies, obviously, like, you have the attachments, like, maybe, like, rapid fire, or... Not full auto, but, like, rapid fire is the prestige attachment. And then you pack-a-punch it, and it's obviously the Boomhilda. Clean revolver, similar to the 44 Magnum. I liked the revolver last year, dude. It was busted for like when it came out, and they didn't fix it until after like the hype had died down for it. I wish they'd just bring that back. It's such a shame that that got like 2 months to shine, and that was not even 2 months, a month to shine, and then that was it. The revolver was so the design was clean, the inspect was insane, the animations were good, DPS was solid, like you could push 30 or 40 with it. Basically just reactive armor but stronger. Yeah. I think at the end of my battle pass tokens, I'll reset the game here just to see if I got the SMG unlocked. Although I probably really can't even do that because I need to get wall weapon kills. Also, I feel like they need to add in more levels in this game. With this being the last Treyarch title for the next 3 years, 2-3 years, I feel like they gotta bump the level up like at least another 1,000. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's crazy. I would love to, dude. I would honestly, I know like nobody would probably reach this, or the majority of people wouldn't reach this, but a lot of zombies guys would. I think you could bump the level up to like 10,000 and just let it sit at that. Like I know multiplayer fans probably never seeing that. And even if there weren't like cosmetic rewards or anything tied behind it, I think it would kind of add a little bit more longevity to the zombies in this game, especially if at some point they decide to add the Black Ops 6 maps in. I think another 1,000 levels is needed, minimum. Another 9,000 would go so hard, because like that's, I wish like Black Ops 3 had done that, because when I go back and play that game on Steam, like I'm not level 1,000 on that yet, but at some point I will be. And I wish there could be more levels. Like that'd be a sick mod to add in. Extra levels. Oh shit, I'm not even paying attention. Fuck. I ether strap my way out of this. This gun's getting a little bit weak. Maybe we should get fireworks. I wonder if AATs count. Lack of abilities is a little underwhelming, but they save them for PAP 4, but it feels like it's lacking there. I totally agree. I think that's why the pack abilities have been so weak this year. Because pack 4 is really like the secret pack ability, which I kind of like. I think that gives Cursed like a reason to really try different things and play it a lot more. That was kind of the fun in it for me around launch when I was playing it a lot on Astra too. I don't know. I just feel like there's so much content in this game. Like that, I mean, some people are gonna say, "Oh, you know, quality over quantity." It's like totally, it's subjective. Honestly, I think the quality and the quantity is pretty decent in this game. Is it elite? Not necessarily, but is it bad? No. I think, you know, like I said, if you're gonna have a 2-3 year hiatus and you're gonna potentially add the BO6 maps in at some point, or even if not, like zombie fans are still gonna keep playing this, because like there's no way, unless you're like a mega, you play every single day and you're sweating and you sweat every double XP event, there's no way you're gonna get all 250 camos done by the end of the year. Even like, dude, even having everything 100% in zombies, that's a hard, that's tough this year because there's so much stuff to do. Obviously, you've kept up with it. It's not as bad, but not everybody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, keep up with this. Like if in like 6 months they add in the BO6 maps, I mean, I'm sure it won't bring like revive the community all of a sudden, like it's all this, you know, there's a million people playing BO7 zombies again. But I mean, that gives a lot of people a reason to go back and try Cursed on the BO6 maps, or see how those maps play with the updated mechanics and the quality of life changes in this game, the multiple augments and stuff. I know I would. But that's when I'd love to have extra levels and the ability to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, you know, also level grind on the side or weapon grind on the side too. Man of War KRM. KRM. Well, the KRM's basically the Breacher. So the Man of War, I guess. Yeah, that could be cool. Reaching 3,000 at most. Maybe 5,000 then. 10,000 might be a little excessive. 5,000 might be fine. Between endgame and zombies and all the guns, 250 can hold you over till the next zombies game. Absolutely. I mean, if you're not a fan of Modern Warfare, like Sledgehammer, we'll see what they do. I'm interested to see what Sledgehammer's game is. I'll play MW4. I'll do the camo grind because I always get up for a new COD game no matter what. MW4 looks a little bit different from the last two games, so it's like, okay, you know, it's a nice little fresh reset mentally. But if, you know, if that's not for you, there's enough in this game to hold you over. Realistically, if you're the average person, even above average, there's a lot to do. Multiplayer might get hard though, because I can't imagine people in a year 2 or year 3 that are like, if you're still playing this game, you're probably really good at it. $5,000 kills, man. That is a little rough. That is a lot. What up, Dork? How are we? The most best / content packed COD in the modern era. It sucks got hate because of the previous titles. I tweeted that out last week, or maybe it was earlier this week. I totally agree. I think this game, it gets unfairly treated because of all the different things that happened with BO6 in terms of the bundles and where the community was at and stuff. You can sit there and not like Omni movement, not like sliding and stuff. I understand if that's your gameplay and like that's what you want. That's personal preference. But to sit there and be like, oh, you know, if you enjoy Black Ops 7's like the Omni movement and the sliding and stuff, you're what's wrong with COD. That take is such horseshit. I'm gonna be honest. Like that, just tell me that you fucking didn't keep up with the games. Like, and I understand if you want it to be like that, but you know, a little more tactical and whatnot. And that's probably what, you know, Modern Warfare. I mean, Modern Warfare's still gonna have sliding and stuff. But I think like back in Black Ops 3, if people were looking at me and going, "Oh, you don't like if you like the jetpacking, you're what's wrong with COD. You're the reason why it's not like World at War," I would have just told you to fuck off. Because again, it's like a personal preference. Like I played Halo back in the day. I like that shit. It's like the same thing here. It's not as, you know, obviously it's not as different as jump packing, right? Like with the sliding and stuff, like the mechanic. Yeah, okay, you're sweaty, you're sliding around corners, dolphin diving, all that stuff. But I think the movement card has been played multiple times, like year in, year out. We've had like multiple examples of this. I think it's just the extreme now because everybody's had it up to here with COD. If you're in the average fan base, or you know, you wanted Battlefield to be the perfect game this year. Holy fuck, they were hitting me quick. But I think the movement thing is it's such a fucking horseshit take. And I understand like if that's your preference, I'm not gonna knock you for liking the classic style of movement. And I think even in zombies, like I do like the sliding. I do like Omni movement in zombies. I think it's super sick. But it's completely different from the OG. So I understand if you don't like that. But then to say like, oh, you're fucking the reason why COD is where it is like, all right, I mean, we've done this how many times throughout COD history? Say you can't keep up. Because that's what it was in BO3. When people said they didn't like the BO3 movement back in the day, it was literally just tell me you can't adapt, you know? And I feel like that's kind of half the battle. T-Dog's a moron. Nothing he says is substantial or worth paying attention. What did T-Dog say? Hear good things? Yeah, Dork. The rogue mode is actually pretty fun. It's one of those things where like for me personally, like I'll play through that one time, unlock everything, have a good time with it for the 6 hours, and then I probably won't be touching it again. But like if they were to develop a mode like that or a side mode and really flesh it out and expand it, I'd totally be in for it. I think it'd play really well. It's like Vanguard. It's like the first 2 maps of Vanguard, but in a way a little bit better. BO7 second best zombies of all time, clears every other game of BO3. I mean, you can make the argument for BO2. I certainly could. Even, you know, BO1 or World at War. Like, those games are classics, and those were my childhood. I mean, if you can't get past the movement, I get it. You know, the movement or, you know, all this stuff dropping on the ground, like, I totally understand it. But just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. BO7 way above BO3 for you, my boy Wade at. Oh, ways. I'm gonna die here. 36 rounds. We have 2,100. I can only imagine that we have like 1,800 kills with the wall weapon, maybe even less. Dude, that one's gonna be a pain in the ass struggle. All right, I think I'm gonna refresh here. We'll just check and see where we're at, or maybe I'll wait till the end of the next dog round if we can make it that far. Love the full fluidity out of Omni movement and zombies. Don't have a strong opinion on modern movement and MP. I like the full. I like it too, and I like mantling, and I liked mantling when it came out. I'm gonna do this TED task to kill 2 birds with one stone this round. I do think it does make it unintentionally easier in a way. Because, like, you can get out of corners you probably shouldn't be able to get out of, or you wouldn't have been able to get out of back in the day. And again, I know times have changed. I know, like, you know, it is what it is. I don't really mind that at all. But I understand the argument there. In multiplayer, I get it too. You know, if you just don't like the flying around corners and jumping around and all that shit, I totally understand it. But the same takes were made about jetpacking in BO3, and now a lot of people look very fondly on that game. And back then it was literally just you had a skill issue if you couldn't hang. Like, I played the Black Ops 2 playlist yesterday and I low-key fucking hated it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, oh man, this is super sick, let me text the boys and tell them to get on and run this. Like, oh, just like the good old days. I ain't buying it. Better than Reg MP. I mean, that's your opinion. That's still your opinion. We can totally disagree here. I just feel like it wasn't as like fluid. It just felt like, it felt slow to me. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe my brain's been corrupted by TikTok. I feel like it was just a little slow. Consensus is Vanguard but good, and that's intriguing. It's not as like, yeah, honestly, it really is like Vanguard but good. I mean, you can't go like infinite. I mean, you can't go infinite rounds. It is it's like Vanguard but a little bit better, a little more fleshed out. Rather COD be shit some years and great the next if they're innovating. Look at FIFA, it's a reskin every year with updated roster. I actually like, that's the best take, Red Lemons. I gotta agree with you. Like, 2K is the same game every single year. Every year 2K is the same shit. Every single year. Year in, year out. I understand where you have that argument with BO6 and BO7 because they're both Treyarch titles and they both do kind of feel a little bit similar. Oh, okay, that was 10 special rounds. All right, so at least we're like almost halfway to that. Getting close in the Radhounds, Chow. Those 25 TED tasks. This is tough. This is a lot. There's a lot going on here. 1,700. Wow, I was actually pretty spot on with that. All right, let me use my Battle Pass tokens here to get the new SMG that I completely messed up on yesterday. And then we'll go back in. Nice. All right, now I can turn auto back on. Let's see what this is. Isn't this the Razorback? This is kind of the... Oh yeah, nice. It unlocks this too. The burner. The burner black cell. I don't know. This looks like the Razorback to me. Does it not? Is this not the Razorback from BO3? Or am I tripping? That's the vibe I get from it. It's got like the real weird stock in the back. Hit the bathroom really quickly too. 2K is worse than Activision. 2K is 10 times. Like, it's not even close. I play a little bit of my team, especially now that it's like endgame and cards are cheap. But dude, 2K is so much worse than, oh my god, it's not even close. So much worse than Activision. So much, dude, 10 times. You want to talk about buying shit that's not going to matter at all? 2K just re-rolls every single year, same shit, just a refreshed UI from on the fucking home screen. That's it. Jesus Christ. All right. It's nothing like the Razorback. All right. Well, hey man, I'm just looking at it. Just the vibe I get from it. Madden has way better. It was when it was more like arcade. I totally agree. The hyper realism of Madden kills it for you. I like that take for Madden. 2K is fucking shit now, dude. Like, it's I like playing it because every once in a while you get matched up against somebody, or I'll get matched up against somebody that's like not just slimy cheese rat at the game, and like I can actually like run a play, not every time I flip, like run a play every once in a while, or like I can, you know, move the ball around on offense. 2K in a nutshell nowadays is just fucking hide behind a screen, wait until the animation for the defender happens that you want, and then they just fucking dribble spam behind the back, step back, and then you're fucking wide open, and you're using these cards that cost $5,000, and then it's cheese, just fuck cash every single time. That shit pisses me off, bro. People, I'm in like the bracket now where I'm playing against people that are literal like top 50 on PC, and every single one of them is fucking, I just rage so hard because it's literally set a screen, hide behind the screen, and then wait for either you to get in front of oh, it's nothing like the Razorback. I didn't see that animation. I was just looking at it from the menu. Get behind the fucking guy and then jack it up and it's green. Like, it's disgusting. It's not basketball at all. It's not even like arcade basketball either. It's just fucking cheese, and there's nothing that they do about it because they're like, that's how if they patched that, this community would literally cry. Like, the community would cry so hard because it's the same way in Career 2 or Park, where it's just fucking literally big guy comes, sets a screen, cheese, dribble moves, step back, try and just get, you know, get a half set of space, or, you know, abuse the cheesiest animations you can to get what you want. Like, it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's horseshit. It's terrible. It's not bad. It's not a basketball game. And I mean, 2K's pay to win. Oh, dude, yeah, 2K is pay to win. Absolutely. It doesn't matter what game mode you're playing in 2K. If you don't spend money, you're fucking behind big time. Big time. I don't like this. Stops like that. 2K online when they play ethical is super fun. When people, like I said, when people are actually like just playing naturally, or not just spamming, you know, just back and forth, step back and waiting until your defender gets tired and then just, you know, cheese. It's a pretty fun game. The problem is 2K won't nerf that because they know that people will pay for good cards, or will pay to make good builds like that are just fucking cheese bullshit. And the majority of the player base isn't smart enough at basketball to know like, okay, this is how you're supposed to play. It's just bullshit cheese. So I mean, 2K knows what they're doing. The player base doesn't care because they're all fucking garbage at basketball anyways. AIDS. College basketball Vermont. I haven't played NCAA because it didn't come out on PC the first year they dropped it. The fact that 2K still has no good competition or no god mode for my career is exactly why it's terrible. Oh, ray gun. Not gonna be using that, but nice. No, now they're gonna get squeezed out. Twitter has like 100 plus AI. My jam, my league variants now. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that they're like NBA Live was the best competitor for 2K, and I actually think NBA Live did pretty good in like 09, 010 or 09 and 10. NBA Live, those games were pretty solid. I don't know if they were better than 2K, but like I haven't seen an innovation from 2K since 2K14. Like when they jumped from 360 to Xbox One, that was the last time that I looked at a 2K game and was like, okay, yeah, we're doing something here. Like this is holy shit. Like I remember getting excited because of the graphics, like the animations were different. Everything was just insane. Like they actually cooked with that game. But yeah, dude, nowadays it's just, I don't think it's looked the exact same to me for 10, 15 years now. And that's part of the issue there. Kenobi Season 2 might be happening. I'd be here for it. I doubt he goes after Vader again, but like maybe Maul. Or nah, Maul should be, no, Maul wouldn't be dead at that point. I don't know. I wouldn't be against it. More Vader. There's an entire 20 minutes of 5v5 on the rack, dude. It's ass. It's fucking terror. It's trash. Sure, let's spend $5, take your point away from the opponent. I mean, it's basically what buying juiced up cards are. Microtransactions ruined 2K. Dude, when my team first came out, it was so good because there weren't packs every week. So when my team first came out in like I think that was 14. I think that was the first year on Xbox One is when they did my team. Like people were still using like the base cards towards the end of the year, and then you had like the playoff cards that were good. You had a couple like random events, and then you had the locker codes that 2K would drop. And the locker codes were fucking bullshit. You got like five people got fucking like Opal LeBron or whatever it was back then. But when it first came out and they weren't dropping, 2 events or two pack events a week, and it wasn't just like literally how much money can you shell out, it was so good. And they ruined it. I mean, it's not bad now. Okay, you know what? It is bad now. At this stage of the year, it's not too bad because you can get like 100 overalls for relatively pretty cheap, and they're giving away a lot of like this is the end game, so 2K is even like throwing some bones. They just gave out Invincible Halliburton for game 1 of the finals. They're doing another locker code tonight. Like it's not too bad, but like dude, they'll ask you to spend $100 for a fucking guaranteed Invincible. Last week people spent $100, people spent a couple $100 on the guaranteed Invincibles, and then this week they're like, all right, here's a free $100 for a free goat, and it's like, dude, Jesus Christ. So tough. The COD community doesn't really know how bad or how good they have it with, like, the Black Cell is annoying. The Black Cell, aside from cosmetics, doesn't do anything. There's no advantage to buying Black Cell aside from like, okay, maybe you get the weapons like a little bit early. So if you're playing ranked play in Warzone and you buy Black Cell and then you get like the new SMG and that's the new meta, and you have that for like maybe a week before the average person would get it, like that's your advantage of buying Black Cell if you want to talk about pay to win. But that's not at nearly as egregious as 2K being like, okay, we're gonna lock the best cards in the game behind $10,000 pack odds, and like, good luck, you're not fucking getting these, and then we're giving you there's no attainable in-game way to get these. Like that's down bad. Mike, what's up? Maul Shadow Lord was generational. Maul Shadow Lord mentioned. Mike, I was sick as fuck. I was sick as a dog for like 3.5 weeks, and I did watch Maul Shadow Lord. It was really good. It really was that good. I started seeing the leaks on like Instagram and Twitter about the ending, and I was like, oh, like I have to watch this. I was gonna watch it anyways, but Yeah, Shadow Lord was fantastic. I'm excited for season 2 of that. Really excited for that. The 2K announcers talk about how they hate basketball like real NBA announcers. They don't at least be like, oh, that was a great play by SGA there. Isn't like the replay is him jumping 5 feet into a defender. We don't, none of that. Should be though, that'd be hilarious. Green ball can't hurt you. 10% XP boost. Okay, but like, dude, for XP, like, unless that's, I mean, you're still going for just a natural level. That doesn't really matter too much, in my opinion. Remember, they said the server's down 2.5 years. Yeah, exactly. So you could just decide 1 year you're going all in on my team, spend 50K, and then in 2 years it just disappears. Horse shit. Pay to win in COD was locking perkaholics and meta MP guns behind gambling in BO3. Yeah, absolutely. That era was, I mean, like, dude, people want to talk about how, oh, COD is in such a bad state right now. COD was never in a worse, has never been in a worse state than Advanced Warfare through Infinite Warfare. Like, obviously, BO3 was really good, but dude, the amount of people that bitched and complained about microtransactions, rightfully so back then. It sucks seeing them get more hate for what they're doing now. I mean, like, oh, the shop is in your face everywhere. It is, and I totally agree. Like, I agree that it's like I can't fucking talk. It's excessive. You know, it's in your face. They're trying to get you to buy Black Cell. They're trying to get you to buy bundles, but like, none of that has an effect over. Damn, fucking home location. None of that has an effect over like your experience in game, dude. Like with BO3, if you didn't buy the supply drop, if you didn't get lucky and you didn't gamble, like zombies is one thing with perk, like whatever, you know, like that stuff is, it's not. Yeah, it's changing your experience. Yeah, you're gonna have an easier time beating an Easter egg, but that's not like a PvP mechanic. The supply drops in Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite were so fucking predatory. And then you'd be like, oh, well, eventually, you know, you can buy the crates, then you can, you know, do this. And it's like, dude, you have to put in, like, basically a month's worth of shit for one gun, while other people just swipe the credit card repeatedly and gamble their hard-earned money away for big old HG40, big old Rift E9 out of the supply drops. Ass. Obsidian Steed. Speakeasy. That shit was disgusting. There were like 2-shot kills anywhere in the body, but you couldn't get them unless you spent at least $100 on supply drops minimum. And even then it was all RNG. Mike turns in the bootleg mall. And Star Wars announcement at Game Fest. If there's not a I don't give a shit until it's Battlefront. I don't care if a generational single player game comes along. I'm not moving until it's Battlefront, but the day they announce Battlefront 3 is the day that I retire from Call of Duty. Like, I might dabble in GTA in the fall. I'm not going to retire from COD Zombies for GTA. But if Battlefront 3 comes out and they got a DLC drop for Battlefront 3 on the same day the Zombies map comes out, I'm probably picking Battlefront 3. Just doing it. Just saying. Who do I think the best and the worst commentators are in basketball currently? That's a good question. Okay, I think the best, you gotta go Mike Breen, just because he's such a pro. Great call, iconic calls, gets into the game, knows how to get hype and when to get hype. Breen definitely definitely up there. I like Kevin Harlan too. I think in a lot of ways, Kevin Harlan can be better than Mike Breen. Like, Mike Breen is just like the classic, right? But like Kevin Harlan can hold his own with Mike Breen. Who's another good one? I don't think Iron Eagle does it anymore. I know his son does. I don't like his son as much as Iron Eagle, but like Iron Eagle is actually like pretty solid doing NBA. This is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I actually like Stan Van Gundy on Color, because he actually provides like insightful takes about coaching. Like, he knows what he's talking about as a coach. Like, some guys like Richard Jefferson, I like RJ to I love RJ to death, Cleveland legend, but RJ just like doesn't ever criticize anything and is just like happy to be there, you know. Stan Van Gundy doesn't give a shit. So I do that. You know what? I do kind of like I do like Stan Van Gundy. I liked Jeff Van Gundy too. Everyone thought Jeff Van Gundy was a cock, but he was just being honest half the time. That's what was so good about him. All right, who else? Who else for good before we get to the bad? It's very few like real solid. Okay, the Charlotte Hornets guy can be annoying at times, but like I respect him and I wish he would do more how do you say it? Like more national TV games outside of just like the one game he did in the playoffs or Amazon Prime, like just ran on a random Wednesday night. I think they should give him like playoff shit because he just. I like when the announcers get into it, you know, like it's like I like Mike Breen because he does, you know, kind of get expressive. Same with Kevin Harlan when it's a good game. But like I want to see some announcers lose their shit. I also wish there was like a paid subscription you could do where you would get like access to vulgar commentators. They're like, man, that was shit. You know, something like that would just be so fun. I think that would make the viewing experience so much better. I know there's professionalism behind it, but I think having people like not hold back and be honest would be so funny to watch. Okay, bad commentators. Mark Jones. I don't like Mark Jones. I think Mark Jones is corny. I think a lot of the stuff that he says is just like so premeditated. I don't know. He's got like good one-liners, but I think after like a couple years of listening to Mark Jones on national TV, I just got like, okay, I'm not, dude, like you're being corny. Like you're trying to be too cool. There were a lot of like modern slang references and it was like basically just like how do you do fellow kids type of situation. I don't know. That's my hot take. That's my hot take with Mark Jones. Bad commentators though. I used to like Doris Burke. I think she's become kind of insufferable as time has gone on. She clearly has her favorites. I don't like D Wade. Dwayne Wade's kind of a trash announcer. I know he's color, but like he's another guy that really doesn't add too much to the conversation. Just kind of explains the obvious. I don't like the Cavs announcer either. The guy does okay, so the Cavs current main play-by-play guy used to do the broadcasting for radio, and he's a stellar radio guy. Like he's like perfect radio commentator, explains everything in real time very quickly, so you can like get an understanding of like if you're listening to the radio, he's painting a good picture of what's going on in the game as it's happening. But he hasn't adjusted the TV very well, so he'll still be like brings it like he'll be like, oh, Mitchell brings it over the half court line, and it's like, dude, I'm watching the fucking game. You don't need to explain that, you know, like you don't need to do that on TV. So he's not a bad commentator, but he just he still hasn't adjusted the TV, and it's been a while. One more grip of the cat, dude. The PA announcers, I cannot stand the Cavs PA announcer. He just doesn't shut the fuck up. Like, you're trying to watch the game, and like the Cleveland fans, like, oh, why do they mute the crowd? It's because the PA announcer is screaming in your ear for half the possession, bro. Fucking every time, every close game in the playoffs, Cade Cunningham be bringing the ball up. They inbound to Cade Cunningham. 24 seconds, shot clock starts. All of a sudden you hear, all right, Cleveland, everybody stand together, get loud. Come on, defense! And then there's like 10 seconds. So he spent the first 14 seconds of the opposing team's possession screaming into the fucking intercom. And it's like, dude, just shut up. Just like shut up and let me watch the game. I know commentators will say defense or whatever, but like too much talking from the PA guy. Can't do it. That shit pisses me off. If that's for every team too. Any PA announcer starts to make it about them, it's like, dude, you are there to call the timeouts, to announce to the crowd what happened on the floor. Like, that's it. Don't be overstepping here. That shit pisses me off. Wish you could pay for no commentary in my sports, or hockey, baseball, and those sports would sound beautiful. Dude, baseball would be like ASMR with no commentary. I totally agree. I don't know too much about hockey. I've watched some hockey in my life. I guess the sound of the puck and like the skates would sound really good too. But baseball, just having like the crowd, you know, the chatter of the crowd in the background where you can kind of hear like the surroundings of outside and stuff. Yeah, baseball no com would go hard. I'm right there. Golden State announcers, yeah, especially if from Cleveland, dude. Like when Golden State was good, I wanted to shoot myself watching a Golden State game on League Pass. What's up, RZD? How are we? Can I even underwhelming gun in BO7 zombies for a video? Yeah, I could do like top 10 worst guns, top 10 meh guns. Jefferson solid announcer. I like RJ. Like I have nothing against RJ personally. Like Cleveland legend, won a title, part of that team. He was really involved with the community too. I just feel like sometimes he doesn't add very much. He just states the obvious, or he like tries to protect the players. Like RJ's an SGA apologist. And I can't stand, I mean, most of the guys are because they don't want to get fired or canned from their job for talking bad about the league and bad about the players on TV, especially if you're a former player. But like, I hate when it's brutally obvious that SGA throws himself into somebody and Jefferson's like, but that's contact. He's out of position. And it's like, dude, just shut, like, stop. Just say it was a flop. Say it was terrible. Say it was awful and let's move on. Like, that's all you got to say. You don't have to sit here and try and explain to me why that's a good call when it's just clear. Like you don't need to like it's not a controversial call either, because there were a lot of times in that Spurs series where it was like egregiously like SGA pushes off like full forearm shiver shove, pump fakes, the defender lands 2 feet in front of him and he just jumps right into him and they gotta sit there and be like, well, you know, he's out of position, so it's technically a good call. And it's like, dude, just no. Catch up. I think I missed a couple of chats at some point here. Dakota, how's the gym life going? I'm looking good, brother. Appreciate you, Dakota. It's good. I was thinking about this on the way home today. This is the most locked in I've been on the gym in like 5 years. I finally have like a good routine down. Like all of fall and even winter was really about trying to like dial in a new routine and make it so that I could get back into going to the gym every day and enjoying it. Because like when I was really into it a couple of years ago, when I was playing basketball and I was lifting to be, you know, a better athlete, I really fell in love with like getting up and going to the gym every day and doing it. And then when you fall out of it for so long, when you first get back into it again, you're just constantly fucking exhausted. Like a normal chest day, or you know, any heavy lift, any lifting, right, at all, period, just takes so much out of you physically that I'm just like tired the rest of the day. I needed a nap. Like I wasn't as productive. My brain didn't function as good throughout the day. But now that I'm over the hump on that, I wake up in the morning. Like I go to bed thinking about like, oh, I can't wait to get in the gym tomorrow. You know, like I genuinely enjoy it so much. I definitely am, like, I'm probably the strongest I've been. I'm the most athletic I've been. My cardio's not as good as it should be. I run probably like 15 to 18 miles a week, but I'm at a weird plateau sticking point. I think part of it might be the cut. Like I'm cutting down to, I'm close to 180 now. So like I was running a faster mile time, or I was running a faster 5K time when I was like 190, 195, because I wasn't watching my carbs. Like I was actually fueling my body to run. Now I'm really just fueling for lift, not as much running. So my cardio and my basketball shape could get better, but like from a strength perspective, I'm definitely the strongest I've been. Still need to cut maybe like 3 or 4% body fat to get to where I want to be, but things are good. I don't know. It's awesome. I never thought I'd be back at like my, I'd say, peak aesthetic too. Like after I stopped playing basketball competitively like that, it was tough to like, one, get back and lift because okay, so here, all right, I'm kind of all over the place right now, but here's the story. I was playing basketball in JUCO. My second year, I broke my wrist like 3 games in, and like that entire first year that I was playing at the school, and then that summer and into the fall, I was like lifting 6 days a week. I was hooping 5 days a week. I was in the best shape of my life in terms of like body fat percentage was like really low. It was like 5-6%. I was athletic. I was getting really big. I was really into it, and then I broke my wrist. And then like I rehabbed it quickly because I wanted to play the rest of that season after I got out of the cast. And then, but I lost so much from breaking my wrist, and I couldn't, you know, obviously lift upper body. My left arm was completely atrophied by the time I got out of the cast. And then like by the time I started lifting and getting back into it, my wrist wasn't 100% for like a year and a half after that. So I kind of fell out of it. YouTube started picking up. I didn't have the time, you know, with a startup YouTube channel. I had a girlfriend at the time, so you have to like, you really have to, honestly, and it's not a, you know, a dig or anything, but like you got to pick and choose like what, you know, where your time goes, especially when you're an entrepreneur doing YouTube every single day and that's your full-time job. Like, you can't slack on that. But yeah, I had like mini stints where I'd go like for a couple months with my buddy and then we'd fall out of it, or, you know, for a couple of years there. But then since the fall, it's been like like I said, 5 days a week with my buddy. We go, we lift. We've been locked in on it. I'm past like the initial tired point and I've gotten back to like my peak. I'm still like, again, still a couple body fat percentage away from where I want to be, but like overall peak aesthetic look, like my shoulders are starting to separate again. My biceps are starting to come out and pop. Like, definitely have been slacking legs a little bit because my buddy needs knee surgery, so we just haven't been hitting it. I've been not going at night like I was in the fall, but I'm not far off. I'm not like completely shot, and I've been running a lot too, which has helped the leg strength keep up. But I appreciate you guys, dude. Like I said, it's if you go to the gym and you know like the feeling of going consistently for, let's say, like half a year to a year where you can see visible results, like the confidence level you have just goes up and through the roof, and you feel better every day, especially if you're eating right. Like, I'm in like the gym combined with the eating, the running, everything is just like from a mental perspective, like locked in, dude. Like, I feel so good. I just feel so much better than I did for the first couple of years of YouTube. Like, if you go, I'll go back and look at old streams or videos and I'm like, bro, I was fat. Like, I was fucking chunky, you know. Like, I think I pushed like 215 at one point. And like, that's not, it doesn't look awful on my frame because I'm 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". So like, it's not as bad, but I was still like chubby in the face. It wasn't like a healthy 215. It was like a no muscle, skinny fat 215, and I looked like shit. But finally over the hump. If I could give you guys any advice, it would be, you know, people yesterday were like, oh, I don't have time to go to the gym because I work you know, or I don't have like, you know, 5 days a week to lift because I have a family, or I've got, you know, a physically intensive labor job. I would say even if it's just 2 days a week, just something, you know, to get that consistency in the mindset. Like, you're building good habits by going and doing it every day. Like, lifting is not like, yes, it's about like, you know, getting in shape, you know, building a better body, building better longevity for your future in life, and aging more gracefully. But it's really, I think, more about training your mind than it is anything else. It's the discipline to get up when it's snowing outside and be like, fuck it, it's freezing, I don't want to get out of bed, it's 7 in the morning, but I'm gonna get up and go do this hard thing anyways because I want to, right? Like, it's easy to lift when it's 80 degrees outside and it's nice outside, or it's easy to, you know, but on a day when it's raining and it's cold, it's like, man, you know, I don't want to go today. But it's the ability to push through that and train your mind to do hard things, because then, you know, putting out 3 YouTube shorts in a day suddenly doesn't seem as mentally taxing, right? Or, you know, grinding a mastery cam over the course of 2 or 3 days suddenly doesn't seem as taxing because you've been training your mind to do hard things. Even, I'd say running is the same exact thing. Like, when you first start running, you know, your mile time's going to be shit. It's not a shame. It's not a, you know, you shouldn't feel bad about that. It's just the truth. You know, you haven't trained your body for it. So your mile time's going to be shit. You're going to be slow. You're going to feel like shit running. You're going to be exhausted after you run. But eventually that 1 mile compounds into 2 miles, and that, you know, turns into 3 miles. And I don't do more than 3 or 4 miles at a time, but, you know, that hard thing and running, especially, what I was going to say about running just in general is like, you know, it's very easy to tell yourself, all right, that was a mile, I'm good for today, right? Or, hey, I've been, you know, 2.5 miles, man, I'm good. I'm you know, I'm sweating, I'm tired, I'm gassed. But pushing that extra half a mile or mile really trains you to not only do, you know, have more discipline in the gym, it has more, you know, disciplinary effects on your overall life. It's easier to say no to junk food. I don't care, I'm throwing right now just to get this TED task done, knock this part out, and we'll reset. Perfect. All right, cool. But yeah, it's all it all turns into a different bit of thing there. Pooh, what's up? No, don't worry. He was being an ass, but honestly, guys, I was gonna end at 20, and he kind of gave me an excuse to end. I thought it'd be funny to just cut the stream off. I wasn't really tripping too bad. Let me catch back up here. Macaulay, what's up? How I find the new content? It's pretty good. I like the new mode. The new mode is like it's like Vanguard but better. So it's pretty sick. 3 Hermans, yeah, you get it played in high school soccer, broke your wrist, and it was very hard to get back into the game. Broke your wrist the first season of the game, needed serious reconstructive surgery. I hope it healed though, dude. Hopefully you don't have any screws in there. Well, if you had serious reconstructive surgery, probably did, but hopefully it hasn't had like long lasting effects on your life if you did the rehab and really pushed it. But I'm sorry. I mean, I know that feeling, bro. I'm sorry that happened to you in your first game. Mine was within the first couple games too. So it's like, you know, you train all off season, you're looking forward to it, and then it just completely comes crashing down like this. It's tough. It's tough, but I know. Okay, halfway done with the TED tasks. Almost done with that. We're getting there. Probably another game. We won't have it done, but we'll be at least closer, which is nice. We'll run one more for today. And I gotta get back to working on this video. It's only been an hour and a half though. It's not long. What's the diet looking like now? I don't count my calories. Not that it's like too hard to do that, but like I'm trying to eat close to as much protein as I can a day. Like protein shake after the gym, like double scoop away in there. You know, like chicken for dinner. Like protein bars whenever I can get them. I mean, protein bars are expensive as fuck, but you know, whenever I can get like a 24 pack from Costco or something, get them and have like 2 or 3 of those a day. That's a lot of protein bars to be having in a day, but I'm trying to push the weight and get past that first. I've like hit my first plateau, and my protein uptick has really helped me to start pushing past it. Obviously not as fast as the newbie gains, but you know, we're making progress. Eggs, toast, like cutting. It's like the small things. If you want to get abs, you got to cut out. Like you got to swap the bagel for like wheat toast or you know, like 9-grain wheat or whole wheat toast, right? Like those are the kind of changes that I notice I have to make to get to where I want to be. Like I can't. When I was hooping every day, the bagel was fine because I was burning like 3,000 to 5,000 calories a day playing basketball. But without that, you can't do that, you know. So you gotta switch the bagel to toast. You gotta switch, you know, no hot sauce in the eggs. It's too much sodium right there. Even cheese needs to be cut back. Do I think the low time investment better than no time investment? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Takes 0 extra time to eat. Well, 100%. 100%. Like, if you're gonna buy McDonald's, why not just go to Pulp instead, you know? Discipline aspect, rewards you in so many ways, absolutely. I think the attention span shift in recent years has had an effect on the mindset such much. Absolutely, 100%. Everyone's attention span is fucked. I think that going to the gym and working out helps kind of build your attention span back, because you have to be focused on what's going on, right? You can't just be hopping from, all right, one quick set of bicep curls, next quick set of whatever, you know, like you're spending 10 to 15 minutes benching, right? And then building that willpower even through running too helps a little bit. It's not a full reset. Of detox is like, you know, if you want to really help, get off of social media. Like uninstall Instagram and TikTok if you really want to get yourself to a more healthy mindset and repair your. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking mess this up here. Repair the mentals. I don't like the pop burst on that, man. That's probably gonna be so ass in Warzone. Like, what if you're one bullet away and you gotta hit that? Yeah. The trick to improving your mile time is running more than just 1 mile, Dork. 100%, 100%, 100%. I actually need your advice, Dork. I'm at like 3 mile. I have like a perfect 3 mile loop where like I can go outside my neighborhood, make a big loop, come back, and then like make one more loop around that area for 3 miles, and that's my like running. I can't do it every day because my legs get too burnt out. Then my mile time is shit after that. Or if I had a leg day, it's too tough to recover from to have a good time or performance there. But like, so you're basically saying in order to improve my mile time now, I'm gonna have to take that 3 miles up to like 6, and then just like suffer through it for the first few times I do it, and then the next time, you know, I go out there, the mile time should be better. 12 years ago, it took ages to get back into it. I completely agree with the rumors. Another super underrated mental struggle, I think, for anybody that's played a sport growing up, not necessarily just involving an injury, but like when you go from, you know, you play your sport all your life, right? Especially if like all your life, all year round, whatever, from whenever you picked it up as a kid to end of high school, college, whenever you stop playing. If you started working out or exercising to be better for your sport, it's very tough to find that like mentality and refine a reason to be like, I'm gonna go to the gym just to look better, or I'm gonna go to the gym just to keep up with my actual health. Because for so long, you know, you train with the whole mindset of like, I'm putting in bench today, I'm throwing the weights around, I'm doing something I don't really want to do today because I know it'll benefit me in my sport. And then when you don't have that sport, I feel like it's really tough for a lot of people to kind of lock back in and be like, yeah, I'm not doing it for sport, but now I'm doing it just to have better health or general maintenance on the body. See, that's what I feel like. That's why a lot of ex-pro athletes get fat, or the guys in high school or in grade, whatever, not just like, not high school, that's not anybody I know personally, but like the stereotype that like, they were so athletic in high school or grade school or college, and then you look at them 5 years later and they're like fucking fat as shit. I feel like a lot of that stems from just you don't have the sport to train for anymore, right? And there's really nothing that replaces that. What thoughts on Totenreich? Bad, I've already covered. I like Totenreich. I think it's a really good map. I think it's probably the best in the modern era. I like the score streaks, I like the wonder weapon. I enjoy replaying Totenreich a lot. Very solid. Been eating more fruit poo? Yeah, it's that time of year too for more fruit. I love fruit. I'll eat like, I was going through like 3 oranges a day at one point. A banana, 3 oranges, maybe an apple or 2. Pineapple, love fruit. Fruit's so good. But a surplus then? I'd say it's like a very, very light, if I had to guess, it's a very light cut. Like maybe like by 100 or 200 calories, a couple hundred calories a day. Nothing like extreme, but like I'm going from probably just barely being in a surplus to like now maybe being 100, 200 calories under, because I can tell like my face is leaning out a little bit more, my abs are coming in again. It's not where it should be. It's definitely still, I'd say like 13%, but like very, very light. High protein, low carb. Yeah, that's where I'm at. High protein. I still have carbs. Like I'll have rice, and if I have like 2 or 3 bowls of dinner, like I'll do 2 helpings of rice. So I'm not like completely ignoring carbs, but like the past couple of days, like I'm like, okay, I want to take this to the next level, and I really want to get down to like from like 13% to like 10%. So I'm like, no eggs and toast in the morning, right? Just replace that with a protein shake and call it a good breakfast. Lower calories, still have a high protein intake there. No carbs. Like I've noticed even when I am in a surplus and I'm eating vegetables, fruit, like whole healthy foods, I can still lose fat even in a surplus if I'm eating like everything is like completely good. But the second I start mixing in like a bowl of Cheez-Its or a bowl of nuts or a couple pieces of dark chocolate almonds or whatever, like my body clings to whatever fucking morsel of fat that's like left, that it just wants to hang on to it, man. That's the worst part for me. I can't deviate at all. You still love bagels? Go with a thin version, dude. Thin bagels, that's actually a good shout, Ernie. I'll have to go. I have to make a mental note to pick those up, because I just get the ones that are like, they're not like, if you look at the back of them, here's the crazy thing about bagels, man. If you look at the back and like the nutrition facts of bagels, they're not like that bad. They've got some added sugar. Obviously, carbs are one thing. But I feel like when I pull them out of the toaster, there's like a butter, and like it doesn't say this at all, and it's just the way it feels and the way that it makes me feel after. It feels like there's like a buttery, like oily texture to a lot of the bagels that you buy in the stores. It doesn't, like, there's nothing about it is like listed on the nutritional facts, but it feels like you're almost eating a pretzel, if that makes sense. Best way to get your attention. Yeah, I was gonna say cut phone consumption is a good one. Did our 5K competitors prepare you always practice like 8K? It's like in lifting weights. If you want to be able to lift 100 pounds comfortably, you should train to max out at 150 so the 100 is easier. Yeah, 100% Dork. You got it down. Okay, I like running, dude, because I enjoy like the calorie burn, especially now that it's warm outside. I like the sweat. I know it's good for me and I'm losing weight. I just got fucking ripped. Not paying attention. It's all right. But like after 3 miles, man, I'm just like, fuck, that's good for today. Mainly because I don't even want to make an excuse. It's because I'm lazy. It's because I don't want to do more than 3 miles, honestly. It's because I hit 3 miles. I tell myself, all right, solid, we're good. Good calorie burn. Made it in decent time today. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm dying. There we go. Right. I mean, that's just the truth in the reality situation. But also, I get like Achilles tendonitis if I overdo it. I'm getting old, you know. It's like excuses. Think of your lungs and your cardiovascular as muscle in the same way. I gotta do more because my resting heart rate right now is like 55. It's between like 52 and 55 on a daily basis. I want to see sub 50 once in my life. I've gotten close before when I was in really good shape for ball, but like that was like 52, 51. It's kind of where I'm at right now. But I definitely want to see, I think if I trained for like the 8K, like you're suggesting, I think I could get it down to like 50 or 49. Appreciate you, Macaulay. Kiwis only, Mike. Kiwis are fucking good as hell too. Peaches and nectarines. Any of like the real like an apple tastes good, but it's not like a sugary fruit. You know, like a strawberry, a nectarine, an orange. Like the tropical fruits are just fucking so gas. I'm at a point in my life where I'd rather have a giant fruit, like bowl of fresh tropical fruit over Sour Patch Kids or Skittles. Have to find your why to stay motivated for you. You have 3 little girls at home who need their daddy. Exactly, Dakota, exactly. How do you find time? I mean, maybe we're talking about this yesterday if you were here, but like, how do you find time for staying in shape with the gym and balancing family life too? Because like, I'm not at that point in my life yet where I still don't have a family. But a lot of people have been asking, like, how do you balance it, or you have to make time? Like, what's your split looking like here? Do you do like 3 days a week? Do you go in the morning? At night after work? Like, what's the at home gym even? Like, what's the vibe there? Any thin Little Caesars? They do have thin crust Little Caesar. I love pizza, man. I used to have pizza when I actually lost. I went from like 235 in high school to like 200 or 195, and I was still having pizza like once a week. Whether it was Costco, Papa John's, I ate a lot of pizza even when I was losing weight. Which proves that you can, especially if you're like really, I mean, like 235 is gross like that, especially like 235 at most heights, unless you're like 6'8", 6'10". That's tough, you know? But it just goes to show you how really fucking terrible you have to be eating to pack on a lot of weight. But me personally, like, I would not, like, even when I got to 215 a couple years ago, like, I was just not working out and I was just not giving a fuck. I was like, man, I've been, you know, lifting and running and eating clean for so long, fuck it, you know? Like, but when you have the mentality, you can really balloon up to be quite a fat ass. From personally speaking. So are you screwed? It's delicious. Way better than store processed bread. Absolutely, dude. My grandma used to make sourdough, and she used to make a lot of different types of homemade bread, and her bread was so much fucking better than the store-bought. The store-bought's just like dry, man. The store-bought like is just, it's dry, it's grainy, not nearly as good as homemade. You see you hammer it on the elliptical to avoid wear and tear on your ankles. You feel amazing and you get somewhat of a runner's high. Me too. When I was losing a lot of weight in high school, that was what I went to. My go-to was the elliptical. It wasn't until I was like down below 200 that I started doing incline treadmill work. And incline treadmill work might be a little bit better on your knees than running out like around the neighborhood on asphalt or concrete or blacktop. Even on rock too. I've been doing, after my last few lifts, I've been hitting 10 minutes of like 3.5 mile max incline treadmill walk, and then for the cooldown of like the last 10 minutes, I'll do backwards walking on the treadmill. Backwards walking on the treadmill is one of the things that have cured my knee pain. I mean, like quad extensions, so single leg quad extensions has really helped. What else is good? Knees over toes exercises, but primarily it's like the walking backwards on the treadmill. My knees just feel so good from that. Doing the knees over toes stuff. If you got knee problems, I would definitely recommend. Can I get the blender gap for your life? With Wonder bar it up. Put on the Jedi Temple March will go forever. That's fucked, Mike. I just did that yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I may have actually just typed that in on YouTube yesterday, doing incline treadmill walk. You got me. You're in my head. Nick, I'm 27. Can always break the AK into 2 separate 4Ks. Just book into your workout. That's what you did when you're hitting the gym. It doesn't have to be all in one go. So you're saying like what? Do 4 at the beginning and then 4 afterwards? What up, so how are you? Lost 70 pounds eating pizza like 3 to 4 times a week. You can do it, man. I'm like, pizza's not. You're gonna feel like shit and you're gonna feel bloated. But then it comes a point where like you're gonna stay at the same weight no matter what. Like you can't. I feel like you can't drop unless you're burning like an excessive amount of calories. I feel like you can't drop from like, for me personally, like my range would be, let's say, once I get to like 190, 195, I'm still eating pizza, even if it's like once or twice a week. That's the range I'm going to stay in, which is for me probably like 17% body fat. 17 to like maybe 18, but I'd say like between 18 and 15% would be my range. But if you're anything above, if I have everything above like 18 to like 30% body fat, then I could still eat pizza and still lose weight if I'm just doing stuff, you know. Hey, what's up? You just grinded around 50 and curse 25s and 50 on Nuketown. Your brain's officially peaked. Let's go. Let's go. Knocking those chows out. Backwards sled pull to progressive overload it. Dude, that's... I gotta do this because Planet just got a 40-yard turf at the one that I go to. That's super smart. Okay, I should definitely start mixing those in on leg days because I really want to use it too. I haven't been able to because my buddy's got my buddy just found out he has a really rare knee condition where his bone, I think it's not as like it's not his femur. I think it's where his patellar connects to his kneecap. It's in like two pieces. And he's had it his entire life, so he's got to get surgery for it. We haven't been hitting legs together, but that's the one thing we were really excited for was the sled push and the sled pull. 30 to 45 minutes incline, maxed out 3 to 4 times a week. Dude, you're probably burning 800 calories a session on that shit. That's a really, really good burn. Anything helps? Okay, Dork, I see. My mental is that I want to do it all in one go. I'm a push myself until I can't walk anymore type of person. So I feel like I'd have to go for the full 8. Maybe I'll do that. I just hit legs for the first time hard, like heavy in the past like month yesterday, and my legs are really feeling it. Once they heal up, maybe I'll try for an 8K. Mr. Sun, what's up? How's the Cavs sweep? I hate the Cavs, dude. I was giving Jeff so much shit that entire Cavs series. I talked so much shit to Jeff and my IRL buddies throughout the entire playoffs. From the start, I was like, Cavs might be able to beat Shit'em's Toronto. Might be able to do that. You might even be able to beat... I thought the Cavs would... If they played Orlando, I think the Cavs would have lost to the Magic. But when I was like, you guys better pray they come back, or Detroit comes back and wins this series, because you're not getting past Orlando, but you might have a chance with Detroit. And they got through Detroit. And I was like, man, I'm telling you, you might get through these bum teams, but you go play a real team like New York, and they're going to kill you. And for the first 3 quarters of game 1, I was hearing it, man. I was hearing it from Jeff. I was hearing it from my IRL buddies. Oh, I was not having a good time in that in the first 3 quarters of game 1. I was really, really fucking pressed because I want the Knicks to win. And as soon as they started coming back, I was like, all right, well, you know, this is a moral victory. You know, you're giving something for the Knicks for game 2, right? Like, they're finding something. They're waking up. They're shaking the rust off. And then that lead kept going down, and Jeff's like, Cavs are fucked. Cavs are in trouble here. I'm like, yeah, it's still a 10-point game. They're probably fine. Then Brunson cuts it to like 3 or 4, and I'm like, oh! And well, after that, I was like, oh, Cavs suck. Knicks are way better. Ah, this was glorious. Glorious. Yeah, I was so happy the Cavs lost. I was pissed they got to the conference finals because I want them to blow this fucking roster up. 'Cause it's not, no matter what you do to this roster, even they're not gonna get Giannis, but even if they added Giannis, still not win a championship with these frauds. Oh, crazy. Perfect for the quads and the knees. Okay, Mace, I'm gonna mix it in. Costco pizza deadly for you, dude. Costco pizza, absolutely. It's so good. But it's so cheesy, and Costco pizza is the saltiest pizza you can get. I've never had a saltier fucking pizza than Costco, and it's good, and I like it, and it's fucking amazing cold. Costco pizza might be some of the best cold pizza you can get. But Jesus Christ, it's salty. Do mostly cardio, fasting a lot when you lost all the weight. You did eat pizza. That was the only thing you ate. Okay, fair enough. So that's the only thing you're eating. That's still like, I mean, hey, that's carbs and protein right there. Sodium might be a little tough, but if you're sweating that shit out, you're good. Hot take, BS7 is the most underrated modern COD, taken for granted. I think it might be the most underrated COD in general, if I'm being honest, but I'm right there with you. When's the knee surgery tomorrow? No, he's got to go to a sports specialist. So, he's gone to the clinic. They sent him to like a surgeon, and the surgeon did the MRI and was like, we're going to refer you to a sports specialist, because they would just, how you attack rehab for that and go about surgery and everything is apparently so much more different than what the average person would want to go through. But he still wants to like recover from this and like hoop, you know? So gotta make sure we're going through the right network here. Wemby over 11.5 rebounds once the past 2 weeks. Will he hit over today? No, I don't think so. I think the Knicks don't have the answer for him, but I think Cat, if Cat gets in foul trouble, yeah, maybe he might be seeing those rebounds. But Josh Hart crashes the glass. Mitch Robb crashes the glass. Yeah. Who do you have in the finals? Rooting for Spurs. Wemby winning one would be good for the league. Brunson's unbelievable. You know how clutch he can be. Brunson played like shit in game 1. I mean, he was hurt obviously, but he played like shit, and then he just really came through in the clutch. I gotta. All right, here's my thing. First of all, Mr. Zone GG coming with a 5-ball, absolute legend, podcast legend, said whoever thought the 10 kills without reloading the Blundergat challenge alongside very low RNG to pull from the box, so they stubbed their toe very hard. Okay, you could use Gobblegums to make it a little bit easier, but yeah, that one was not. That one was not fun by any means. Not fun by any means. You're gonna have to use Wonder Bar. You're gonna have to use Gum and Frenzied Guard. But okay, for the finals, Jesus. Here's my thing. I really like New York. They were my adopted team after LeBron left the first time, and like they were the first team I really started to like after I got out of like the little kid, I'm just a hometown fan, fuck everybody else, I only like the Cavs kind of thing. When I broke that mentality in like 5th grade and I started watching other teams and like the ESPN games, that was the year they got Stoudemire. I'd watched the Knicks before, but I was like, oh my god, dude, Knicks are back. They got Stat, and then eventually they traded for Melo. So the Knicks were like my go-to team in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, and I've still like kept up with them. I still like them a lot. So it's tough because, you know, the Knicks, New York, they haven't won a championship since the 70s. They haven't been to the finals since 2000. So like, it's hard to be like, you know, I see a lot of like Cleveland in that city right now, you know, because I'm like, man, I get it. You know, I understand what it's like to be very passionate about basketball for a team and a franchise that hasn't won shit in 100 years, like 100, you know, ever, right? Realistically, I mean, so many Knicks fans and people just like myself, when the Cavs were good, never saw a Cleveland championship at that point. And a lot of people, I mean, yeah, you got the Yankees, I guess, but if you're a basketball fan, like, I can relate to that. So I like New York. I want New York to win. But Wemby's my favorite young player. I fucking love the Spurs too. I watch Wemby all year, and I'm like this just because like you have to watch him. He's generational talent. Like you can't. I didn't watch Steph Curry play in his prime because he was in the Warriors. I watched him when he was coming up. The first couple of years before they got really good, before they got Iguodala, I watched the Warriors play a lot. And I watched Curry play a lot, and I was like, man, this guy's fucking fantastic. But once they got LeBron, I was like, or once LeBron came back and it was Cavs Warriors, I was like, fuck this. I'm not watching fuck the Warriors, you know? Like, I had that mentality going on, and I didn't watch a lot of prime stuff just because I was so against the Warriors. So I'm not making that mistake with Wemby, dude. Anytime I can watch Wemby on League Pass or, you know, ESPN game in the middle of fucking November, I'm watching the Spurs and I'm watching Wemby. He was my joy watch all year. I do think, and I'm not trying to jinx this or put this on Wemby, but part of why I'm not going to be upset if the Knicks lose to the Spurs is because I understand that, you know, you never know how many healthy runs Wemby's really going to get. Because, like, nothing's for certain. You can't take anything for granted, right? Like, D Rose, everyone thought he was going to dominate the league, and then he tore his ACL, and, like, his entire career just completely changed. And when you've got a big guy like Wemby, historically, they don't hold up very well. You know, Yao Ming, I mean, he takes care of his body probably in a way different way than Yao Ming did, or Zydrunas Ilgauskas, or any of the other really big guys that were, like, good for a couple of years and then just had, like, career-altering foot problems or whatever. But he also moves like no other big man that we've seen. So nothing is given for Wemby in terms of, like, his health or his timeline. I'm not trying to put that on. I'm just being realistic about, you know, who he is. And I hope Wemby plays 20 years in the league and he's, like, just as good as he is now. So I want New York to win, but nothing is for certain for Wemby, and it would really, really suck if this was, like, the only time you see him in the finals, right? And he never gets a ring, and then you just start like, oh, he never won a ring. You know, in 20 years, people are like, oh, he never won a ring, and he only made he was in the finals one time, and it's like, yeah, but dude, he was 22, and he's a fucking demon. So, I don't know, it's torn, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, Dakota, so on day 1, chest and tries, day 2, legs, 3 shoulders, back and buys, day 5 legs against. Oh, dude, so you're on 6 days a week. Holy shit. How do you find the time to do that with family? Do you have an at-home gym? Do you go to the, like, a local gym after work, before work? What's your time looking like there? Stanley, Costco pizza is legit the only pizza that makes you sick to your stomach and you drink a ton of water. I'm telling you, dude, it's the sodium. It's the sodium. Like, the grease isn't too bad. Like, there's a lot of, like, authentic Italian pizzerias, or, like, Papa John's even to some degree, like local chains that are just, like, not, they're very greasy. But I feel like Costco, it's like the sheer amount of cheese that's on there, whatever the grease they use, even though it isn't overwhelming, I feel like that's half of it. But yeah, dude, the salt is just ridiculous. Salt overkill. He's getting a ring regardless. Yeah, it's on. I would say go under, but then tonight's the night he's gonna go over. I would say if you're gonna bet on 12, that's gonna be tough against Cat and Robinson. I'd say under. Pizza, Lamona's Pizza. You have to sell your kidney for a small pizza. I don't know where that's at, but I would love to grab it. That just sounds like a fucking banger pizza name. If Spurs win, upper management has the final say. They want to give him a ring or not. Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like Sohan did the Spurs dirty. They cut Sohan. They didn't even trade him. So they cut Sohan, and then he just happened to sign with the Knicks. I don't think at the time he signed, anybody would have thought that the Knicks would have been in the finals either. So, you know, just kind of happenstance they met. I personally, if I'm Sohan, I'm not taking it. Just being honest. If the Spurs reach out and they're like, hey, you can have this ring, I'd be like, nah, fuck you. Dork, you want New York to win, but you want James Dolan to lose. If we can find a way to make that happen, we're chilling. He's already won. The amount of money that this playoff run for the Knicks has brought in is insane. James Dolan's already won, unfortunately. But if he wins a ring, you really can't tell him shit now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of situation where it's like, man, you gotta fucking win the ring. I mean, you probably win in spite of Dolan. But to be fair, the Knicks have been pretty decently run the past, like, 5 years. You know, bringing in Leon Rose to be the GM was a really good decision, because he's a former agent, so he knew a bunch of these fucking players. You got Brunson. I wonder if Brunson took money under the table, but, like, okay, you got Brunson to sign on a hometown discount, basically, which is insane. The roster construction has been fantastic. Like, the Knicks overall have been completely different franchise the last 5 years. Seems like Dolan's gotten out of the way. Is he a piece of shit? Yeah. But hey, at least they're not basement of the league anymore. Go to Sam's Club's closer to Costco than you. Sam's Club's, I mean, Sam's Club and Costco are like, what, aren't they like partner stores? Is it just survival or am I doing the boss? No, yeah, this is just survival. I feel like we need... We're gonna die again. These are... This is kind of an insane feat for this camo. I think this is how the event should be moving forward, but if you really want to beat this event, you actually gotta, you gotta put time in. You gotta put a good I think a good like 5 to 10 hours in for this. Well, no, that's not true. 2 today. This is probably like a good 4-hour grind for this camo. Don't know about the Knicks, but the Dolans fucked the Rangers. He fucked the Knicks for a long time too. Would I consider BO7 to be an underrated COD that's taken granted for? Yeah, I think this is the most underrated COD ever. Like, just stepping outside of zombies, like the multiplayer, I know people have an issue with the Omni movement and the boosting or whatever, but like I heard the same thing about BO3 and that didn't change my opinion on how I felt about it. The multiplayer is super underrated. This is the most grindable year for COD too, and I know that's not always the point, but like it's nice to have shit to do, right? So like all the camos you can get, all the events that we've had, all the maps, the seasonal content has been unprecedented in terms of the sheer amount of content that we've gotten, especially compared to the last 5 years. Like MW3 definitely rivals this in terms of like post-launch content, but at the same time, MW3 wasn't even this extensive for all the modes. Like, I'd say Endgame's probably gotten just as much, if not more, than MWZ. Like, I know it's a different thing, because there's, like, the, you know, you have the story boss fights, the cutscenes and stuff, so, like, technically, I feel like MWZ, like, had a little bit more, but Endgame's, like, right there competing. Zombies is better than this, and this. Yeah, I'd say so. Local Vaza Fitness, you get a discount for working for the state. Okay, cool, okay. Damn, dude, that's mad props to you for, I mean, you got 3 kids and you're not making excuses and still finding time to go to the gym. That's what it's about, man. Real one. See, and you're super smart for that too, because like eventually, you know, your daughters are gonna grow up, and I'm sure maybe some of them will play sports, right? Or, you know, your daughters will grow up and then have kids, and your grandkids will play sports, and you don't want to, you know, you want to be that 70-year-old, right? You want to be that 60, 70-year-old grandpa that's out there in the yard throwing the ball around, right? Because like, how many people have at 70 are able to say they can do that? You'll be able to keep it up with your exercise as long as you don't have like a major health situation in your life and you're blessed. Like, I feel like, you know, the majority of people today, or the majority of, I say pretty much everybody. My uncle's very in shape. My uncle's like 75 and he's like he's still running and lifting in the gym. But I don't think he'd go and throw. I don't think he'd go around and shoot hoops. But that's also something that he's never really done in his entire life. So like I'm thinking like our generation will probably be the first generation of people that are able to like keep up with their grandkids in terms of like maybe still, I wouldn't say like getting up and down the court, right? Or, you know, playing a game of baseball with them, but like playing catch, you know, picking them up, all that good stuff. Like it's a good good vibe, because like, dude, everybody before us didn't really, I mean, our parents' generation probably did, but like, one, the science there about lifting wasn't developed yet. 2, like, if you were spending a lot of time lifting back in the fucking, let's say 70s, 80s, any, you know, you're coming off of 2 generations of war, so they're gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? You spend all this time lifting, like, fucking do something productive, right? I went to war and I fought this war for you, right? This is how you're gonna treat it. But I mean, nowadays, obviously, I mean, humans probably won't go to war ever again. It'll probably all be drones and shit. So this is one of those luxuries that we have This is, you know what? This is what those people fought for back in the day. This is what the freedom that we were promised after our ancestors fought in World War II and in Vietnam. This is that freedom right there. Is the ability to have a real worry about being in a calorie deficit and lifting and taking care of our bodies and living, because this is definitely a better life than that. So, you know, shout out to those that did that, you know. Giannis Lakers soon. Maybe. 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 Probably not. I'm going to go with OKC, Miami, or Boston will be the Giannis destination. Because at the end of the day, he controls where he wants to go. I don't think LA has the capital to offer him. I guess if LeBron leaves, though, but then if LeBron leaves, you're going to have to pay Reeves. If you could somehow bring in Reeves and be like, dude, we're not giving you $250 million. We'll give you $175, and this will let us bring in Giannis and still have money to fill out the roster. Like, can you just do this for us? Be like, yeah, you can go get a bag in fucking Charlotte if you want, or you can go get a bag in, I don't even know, God knows where, Utah. But we're not giving you a bag. You want to compete and really win. And, like, to be honest with you, like, I know Reeves is pushing for the $250 mil. And, like, you obviously want to do that to get the most top dollar. But wasn't Austin Reeves undrafted? So I'd be like, dude, even 100 mil would be enough for me to be like, yeah, you know what? I like living in LA. I'm a fucking megastar here. If I take a discount, nobody's going to say shit to me for the entirety of this franchise. I'll be on a good contract. I won't get any of the blame if we lose. I'll take 120 mil, go get Giannis, and let's fill out this roster and win a chip. That's enough. Arizona. I consider the Arizona cans the most putrid drink imaginable to kill your body. Oh, you're talking like, okay, you're talking about like Arnold Palmer's and Arizona iced tea. I used to fucking love Arnold Palmer, man. I mean, now you can get the sugar-free versions and shit, but like, yes, dude, those were just straight fucking sugar bombs into your stomach. They're so good, but yeah, 100%. Certified, appreciate you, brother. Gonna whip your grandkid's ass in BO2. I think we lost Vietnam. Hey, it depends on who you listen to. If you're an American, you would never admit that. There was no winner in Vietnam. It wasn't even about, I don't even know what the fuck that was. Vietnam was weird. My uncle told me that his war buddies said that like they would be told to go capture a hill. They would like they would lose men and they would slaughter a bunch of Viet Cong. Go capture the hill and then be like, all right guys, we got it, come on back. A little weird. I know Miami, Boston never does with big glamorous blockbuster trades. They can move Brown. They can be like, oh, Brown's a head case. He was just on Twitch bitching about the officials. Never insult the Jazz. My bad. I know I got some. We have a couple Jazz fans here. It's nothing personal. All right, how about this? If the Cavs didn't have Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, they'd be like, you'll get your bag in Cleveland if you want. How about that? Presti wants to run it back with the Jays at full strength. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, man. This is gonna sound fucked, but like in my opinion, I don't know if Tatum's ever gonna be Tatum again. Like Tatum looked good this year, incredible for coming off an Achilles injury in that short amount of time. But I don't know if Tatum's ever gonna be back to like prime Tatum, even though Durant was. But Durant was also 6'10", 6'11". Tatum's 6'7", 6'8", which is definitely fine, but you never know, right? So that's where it's like, man, do you think if, you know, how well is Tatum going to be again this year? Or you could say we're going to just trade Brown. And we think Tatum will get better. But I think Tatum, like, again, that's shit on Tatum. I think Tatum played really well. After he came back, he surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think he was going to look anything like himself. He looked good. But you can tell, like, athletically, he just doesn't have the same burst and the same lateral movement. And even if, like, he trusts it and he gets over that, I don't think Durant did either. But Durant was never an athletic player. Durant was more of, like, a skilled, like, I'm going to get to my spot and do my move kind of thing. Versus Tatum, where, like, most of his career has been about I can blow by you in a quick first step, right? Or I have a good step back in me too, which is athletics. So yeah, my thing with Tatum is like the athleticism might be sapped, and I don't know that Tatum is as skilled as Durant in terms of like their ability to, you know, how much, you know, the bag work there. And Tatum's efficiency wasn't good either. Tatum had good numbers, but his efficiency was pretty bad throughout the year. Which isn't a good sign, because that just means he was kind of chucking. Although he did, you know what? He did play good against the Sixers. He did have some clutch moments against the Sixers, so what do I know? All right, I'm gonna see where we're at here, and then I might go eat. Might be that time. See Brown being moved from Boston at some point, though. I think after the playoff crash out, potentially the league could be like, hey, we don't want him on a big stage like Boston anymore. Go ship him off to fucking Milwaukee during a rebuild. It's the idea to be around a long time for your family. Got to get better than the past generation. Absolutely. 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 I mean, you think about it. Oh, dude, the past generations for us were all heavy drinker, like heavy drinkers, heavy smokers. And, you know, obviously nothing's guaranteed. Anybody can have a random rare disease. Something else can pop up, right? But we're, yeah, we're good, man. We're good. We're all doing better than the last generation in terms of our ability to learn. And I think that we'll make the world a better place for, you know, even if the economy's fucked by the time that, even if America's even a powerhouse by the time that we're, you know, in our 50s or 60s, I think we'll be able to make the world a better place for our future generations just by our knowledge for, you know, taking care of yourself and aging gracefully that way. All right, where are we at progress wise here? Okay, so we need 5 more special rounds. We get that in another match. Oh. Should we just bang this out? I mean, we're pretty close. 5 dog rounds, what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We're pretty much done with the wall weapons. And then this is what? 3 more TED tasks. I think I'm gonna go eat. I haven't eaten all day. It's 3:30. I gotta get something in me. We're close. Dude, 25 rounds is a lot though. I could start leveling up the new SMG. I can get the wall weapon, knock that out. I think we just bang it out. We're too close. We're too close to call it. Like we're already right there. I just gotta pee again. No solids and a bunch of liquids today is not good for the bladder. Middle schools are ripping cards. We're not aging gracefully. Yeah, that's true. Middle schoolers are ripping cards and vapes, but if you don't do that, then, you know, we have the knowledge to prevent that. We're just not doing it very well. We actually almost did nix smoking altogether, and then vapes came out and changed everything. I'm gonna watch the game today. Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna watch the game today. Absolutely. I've been working on I mean, you guys haven't seen this, but I've been working on some really cool long form videos that are legacy content over the past, well, since I started when I was sick. And they're really highly animated. Well, not highly animated, but they're edited pretty well. I'm putting a lot of time into these. And I've been, during the playoffs, I've been working on some of these on the side while I watch the game up on my top monitor. I was doing that the other night. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did. And then I'm always like, oh, I'll just put the game on and I'll keep track of the score while I edit this. And then I'll just constantly end up just find myself just like staring up at the screen, like getting into the game and just not doing what I'm supposed to be fucking doing. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, I'm gonna go pee. We're gonna boot up one more game here, and then we should have everything knocked out after one more game. Shit. Shit. Paste. Side note, how's Tut been? Hey. Tut's been good, man. It's getting warmer outside now, so he's able to stay out later. He's loving it, man. He's sleeps all day, goes out around like 7 o'clock. He starts looking around, looking ready to get out. And then he comes back at like 1 in the morning, and I've been trying to stay on a sorry. Been trying to stay on like a decent schedule for sleep and not stay up till 3 in the morning and then try and get up and lift afterwards, because I know my body doesn't perform as well when I do that. I feel like shit throughout the day. But Tut, it's funny because like if I don't let him in and immediately go to bed at like 1 or 12:30 whenever I decide to let him in, he'll like lurk around me and he'll just start like whining to go outside because he wants to go back out. I'm like, dude, it's 1 in the morning. I'm not letting you back out because I'm going to bed. But he's been good. Gets his treats, gets fed. He really likes to drink out of the sink now. That's another thing he's developed in the last month. He'll like sit by the sink and just look at me, and I have to let him have his moment at the sink for a while. Overall, just the same old cat. I also want to pack this again. I kind of want to just pack the SMG here. All right, so like 5 dog rounds, 3 TED tasks, a couple 100 kills with the M8. Should be good. You're a Utah. Have to be based. All right, dog round. I don't think we got the we got the consecutive kills out for the dogs, right? Yeah. Don't worry too much about that right now. Through Herman's with the family, your own apartment. I live with my fam still. I was planning for the last couple of years. I had plans to move states this summer. And well, I was planning to move with my ex for schooling, and then we broke up in the fall last year, and I just haven't really been like, oh, I gotta get out, you know what I mean? Just after, you know, not having that reason to now, it's like, obviously I'm not gonna be like, oh, stay home forever. Like, I'm not trying to do that shit, but I'm not really in a rush. Like, they just installed fiber here in the fall, and like I've been praying for that. Not very many areas not very many cities in my area have fiber at the level that I need it to be, so you know, I gotta be picky choosy where I live for that, obviously, but soon for sure. But nah, yeah, after all that shit happened, I was just like, I'm not trying to think about this for right now. Or chilling. Maybe I'm moving to Florida. I was telling Stanley, dude, I could live in Miami. Miami would be such a fucking expensive city to live in, but like, I feel like I'm a Florida boy at heart. Is MZ Craft officially talking? No. I was thinking about, I wanted to play Craft while I was sick, but I couldn't fucking record, so I was like, I'm not gonna just boot up the server and build a bunch of shit, and then the next episode be like, oh yeah, we took a 6-month hiatus, here's what it looks like now. I'm trying to keep everything I do on that server recorded, but I'm feeling it. Feeling the urge. Economy's rough. Yeah, that's part of it too, obviously. I mean, it's not like I just sit home and collect a check either from this. Like, I got a pay rapid monthly, which isn't a lot, but it's part of the expenses. I got a car payment, obviously, pay for my own insurance, pay for like all of my other bills and shit. A lot of them as a creator. You got fucking Premiere, you've got Adobe, you've got all these other fucking subscription things you need to be a creator. So I'm lucky that I'm able to save money, 1, 2, pay for everything I need to, and 3, my family's cool about it. They're like, yeah, we get what you're doing. So it's not, you know, not really fucking weird. But it is a real blessing, because like I couldn't imagine trying to do this shit I could do it. It would just be I'd be fucking scraping by. But I've been able to fucking, the nice thing about being at home the last couple years, I've been able to save so much fucking money, dude. On top of get my dream car situated. Rent's the roof right now. That's what I'm saying too. I don't have anybody that I would go in for rent on either. So I'd be buying a fucking massive apartment. Not a massive apartment, but I'd be paying a fuck ton for rent with not having any buddies to room with. So I'd be paying full price for it. Which again isn't a problem, but you know, when your family's not actively like, fuck you, get out, and I also don't have a shit relationship with my family, it's a little bit easier to be like, all right, yeah, just keep saving, just keep chilling, stacking, and building a more stable situation, you know. I would thrive in Miami. My thing is like, dude, I would not be a clubber. Like, as much as I like, when after we left your wedding and we went out, like that's the last time I've been out. That's the last time I went out since then to a bar. Oh, that's actually not true. I went out with my buddy after we coached travel basketball this year, and I went out. Okay, so we went out to dinner, but that was like dinner. That was the last time I'd been out to a bar just to go out in probably the last like 2 years. Last year. And I don't have any urge to do that, like, at all. So like Miami would be a city where like I would be like, okay, I do the same thing I do now. I'd go to the gym. I'd probably go to the beach midday, do cardio on the beach or something. I just got fucking manhandled by these guys. I go to the gym, go to the beach. I love the city vibes, but I would not be a clubber. I would not be a partier. I gotta get ammo. Fuck, we're gonna fail this challenge. God damn it. I need this TED task to proc too. We're gonna pass the ammo cache. This is bad. I'm gonna do this. We don't have to reload. I bought fucking ammo for the wrong shit. Oh no. Oh, let's go. I thought we were dead. Alright, cool. Best opportunity for investments and to diversify the income. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I haven't said anything about this yet, but I'll tell you guys what I've been working on. Okay, it's nothing too crazy yet. So me and Jeff, before we even started MZC, we wanted to do like a social media consulting agency, and we've been planning on doing this for a while, but we obviously didn't have like a YouTube channel or anything to be like, oh look, see, we know what we're talking about, and I didn't feel comfortable obviously like selling consultations or selling, you know, fucking lessons or private coaching when I don't have any proof of like what I do. But recently we've been setting up the website for that, but also we came up with a dashboard that it works right now. The API, you have to afford the API for all the platforms is very expensive, but like at a baseline starting like startup level, we found a way to link your YouTube statistics, your X statistics, your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch statistics into one dashboard where they all have individual studios that you can toggle between. And then you have like the total overall. And even though TikTok doesn't provide your total lifetime views, I was able to find a way to actually calculate it. So the idea is that it's a creator dashboard for people that do multi-platform content creation. And you can like sign in all your accounts. You have individual dashboards, one for YouTube, one for whatever, and it shows you like the individual dashboards there, but then you can do a lump sum of everything too. And on top of all of that, there's like creator tools, so like A/B testing for thumbnails, like thumbnail like rating system, so you can like plug in a thumbnail and it'll give you like a score out of 50 with 5 different categories out of 10, content planner, all this stuff. So we've been thinking about doing that as like a paid dashboard with access to it. And like the thing that's like, so the API is like, Google provides most of YouTube stuff in their API for free, but like X, you have to pay like $5,000 a month to get X to be able to release people's information for that, to where like you could even get your own. I mean, you could get your own personally, but there's no point in releasing that type of information. So yeah, okay, there's a wall by. I'm gonna start packing this now. I think it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Outside of just YouTube, but on top of YouTube, like on YouTube, like we're not going anywhere for zombies either. Like I've got a lot of evergreen content planned that I'm working on right now that'll release before the end of this title. We have an idea for the podcast to keep it going over the next couple of years, which is going to be really, really super sick, and nobody's done it. And we're excited to do stuff like that. But then obviously like custom zombies, you know, other zombies content throughout the year. Pretty much what we were doing before BO6 came out. We'll be back to doing that. Plus, I might do a little bit of GTA. Like, I won't leave the COD community or the zombies community and just stop uploading zombies at all to do GTA content, but I played the hell out of GTA when I was younger. And I remember watching, you know who fucking blew up really big with GTA was Noah. Noah did, I think Advanced Warfare was the year before GTA. Maybe it was around the same time. I don't know which came first. GTA was maybe it was 2015. No, GTA had to have been 2014. Maybe 2014. Yeah, 2014 was GTA. And I remember Noah went from like pretty large. So honestly, I think he was probably around my size, maybe a little bit even smaller at the time. And then GTA 6 came out, and like that combined with Advanced Warfare, and I think he played one other game too. That diversification really pushed him over the edge, and he got really, really big across all his platforms there. So I think it'd be a sick opportunity to like cover GTA and just, you know, one, I like the game, I played the hell out of GTA 5, but two, like just see what that type of content would do, because that's jumping into GTA, there's gonna be like, that's the biggest market for gaming. Obviously it's gonna be fucking saturated for content for sure, but like the sheer amount of interest in GTA is going to be so large that like I feel like I have to, I mean, I'm gonna play it, and if I'm gonna play it, I might as well make content on it, you know? Like that was the whole idea with this channel. When I first started doing MZC, I was like, man, I've been spending my nights going back and playing these old zombies maps. If I'm gonna do this, I might as well just fucking upload. So I'm kind of in the same mindset with GTA too. Media zombie consulting, literally, not literally. Bottom, what's up? Sorry to end the stream. I was honestly, dude, I was already gonna end it anyways. I was really hungry and I was about to go eat. I was gonna end on 20 anyways, and I just thought it'd be funny to can the whole stream together. I appreciate you that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, it's a little redundant if we're being honest. It's a bit of a redundant map. Definitely would kind of low-key rather play Paradox for the early game setup, but that's me. GTA 5 was 2013. COD Ghost here. Oh, okay. Dude, that's interesting though. Imagine if MW4 flops and it's like just like Ghosts, where it's just like this entire, even if the game's, I feel like Ghosts was better than people made it out to be. It wasn't that bad, but like you're following up a historic run of like Modern Warfare, World at War, MW2, Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2. Like, obviously, that's going to be a tough follow-up, man. Better than even Klaus Files. The Klaus Files one was actually, that was funny as fuck. That was a good day. Okay, this thing fucking rips. This might be a 250 weapon right here. This might be a, I mean, it's cool animations. I like the way it looks. This is certainly going to be max level very quickly. Fuck, this doesn't even have extended mag. Is this the best SMG in the game now? Oh, it did the fucking latch thing in the, okay, I didn't notice that before. All right, let's do this. Let's not die here. Genuinely think GTA is going to be one of those rare break the internet type of things. Absolutely, I think this is going to be like the Fortnite of the 2020s, because Fortnite was 2018. is when it started, and obviously it picked up and it continued to be really, really big into the 2020s. It's still, Fortnite is still big, but I think the hype for Fortnite started to die down after like the OG season 5 is when I feel like it started. It was still huge, but it went back to like slightly more mainstream. Okay, there's the TED tasks. Is that it? Okay, 2 more special rounds. There we go. That's all we need now. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that GTA 6 is going to be like just mind-boggle the internet. It'll be interesting to see if it lives up to the hype. I don't see how it can't. Like, the map looks fucking amazing. GTA is always good. Like, every GTA they've released is good. They've taken extra years to make sure that this is going to be a good game and like the content's there. I don't see how they fail, but I'm worried that like the modern day of like the average hater, like hate culture is so real today. This isn't just a Call of Duty thing. It's like any niche that you're in. There's so like hating is the coolest thing to do, and I'm a little nervous that people are gonna be like, oh, it's not GTA 5, or oh, what, this isn't as good as my childhood when I had time to play this all the time. You know? Oh, when I had this game, you know, it doesn't hit the same anymore. It's like, well, yeah, you're not fucking 12 years old with no responsibilities and that you can play this 24/7 and stay up till pull all-nighters playing this. Like, of course it's not going to hit the same. But that's the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about in terms of, like, GTA. I think it's going to be fantastic. I don't think they have anything to be worried about. I think it's going to be cream of the crop. Best game in the last 10 years, probably. But we'll see. Multiple cities that you can fly between. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you mess? Like, it's literally like GTA 5 on crack. They have to make it. I think they will, though. I mean, you have like the downtown area, and there's probably some other cities. Like, dude, it looks like a huge map. Cyberpunk was the next IP, and it took a year for it to be amazing. That's true. I remember when Cyberpunk did release, everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be." And that's true. That's true too. Like, it was one, it won't be on PC for a while, but then two, like, it won't be until, you know, month 1 when online releases. Maybe Cyberpunk levels of buggy for it to flop. Yeah, I think Cyberpunk is fucking so unplayable. Oh fuck, we're gonna die. You need to get armor. In COD community, it's considered contender, but meta and zombies. But yeah, it looks filthy. Okay, so it's considered like it's close, but not official. No, it's gross. It's. I mean, I do have attachments from this being the Black Cell variant, but like I don't think this has double extend. If I had to guess, it probably doesn't have double extended. Nah, it might. 120 is a lot. This feels like a modern PPSH. GTA not having MP at launch is gonna be a huge hurdle, especially for the TikTok kids. I actually agree, because there's gonna be so much content in the campaign, but like everybody wants online. Online's the bigger thing, you know. I guess we'll see. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine, though. I don't think there's any way that it flops. I think this is literally about to be peak prime, like literal best game you've ever played. I tried selling myself like, oh, you're not gonna get into it, don't do it. And like very recently, I've been like, nah, you can't do that. You can't not play GTA 6. I played GTA 5 like exclusively for an entire year. Like I can't not. GoldenEye on the N64 is the worst case of nostalgia blindness. Literally horrible game to play nowadays. Everyone still think it's good. That was at a different time, though. I think we got to. I know it's like, yeah, but different time. I think a lot of those games are terrible. You know what game held up though is fucking SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I got that on Steam a couple of years ago when they did the remaster, and I was like, this game is still just as good as it was back then. Could be nostalgia though. Has one bigger mag. Okay, that's crazy. This thing's gonna fry. Somebody old heads will play GTA 6.2. It's about to be generational. Yeah, this is like the one game. This is where you're gonna see people getting back into gaming for this. We didn't need to do that. I don't know why I just did that. I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna finish this. I'm just gonna go pack 3. Battle for Bikini Bottom so peak, dude, so good. I wish they added more levels to it when they did the remaster, but it's so good. That was one of the most transformational games as a kid. Like that open world spot. It was. I mean, it wasn't open world though. You know what I mean? Like you had the checkpoints, and even when you were traversing Bikini Bottom, like at the central hub, like you couldn't. No, but you could. You didn't have to. I mean. The areas like no open world SpongeBob game was insane for 2003 2002 whenever that released. That was insane. That was like pushing the tech back then. Even that and Battlefront. Catman, what up for Jardy? Battlefront 2 2017 over Battlefield or Battlefront 2 2005. I actually agree. This is somebody that like I mean you and I'm trusting your take. You played them, but I mean even I remember. When they released 2015 Battlefront, I was like, they're never going to make anything better than 2005. But as soon as, after Battlefront 2 got its rework, probably by the time the Clone Wars update hit, I was like, this is generation. Like, this game is unbelievable. This game is far and away the best Star Wars title I've ever made. Force Unleashed was mid too. I want to play it again. I wish they would do the Force Unleashed with updated graphics. But yeah, Force Unleashed was not as good as people said it was. The story was interesting and cool. Obviously you can't be canon, but the story is very, the older I've gotten, the more I appreciate the Force Unleashed story, but the game itself was kind of mid. Need a Republic game. If they make a new Republic game, I'm here for it, but not until they do Battlefront 3. Not until Battlefront 3 comes out. If they do a Republic game before Battlefront 3, I'm not interested. Just give me Star Wars Battlefront 3 and I'll shut the fuck up for the rest of the time. I trust me. You won't hear me complain about another Star Wars game ever. All right, this should be the event here. It should be over after this. This gun is filthy, by the way. I don't like the mid-gun flip mag animation, though. I don't like that. Even though it really doesn't make a difference, I just don't, I don't know. Okay, come on, challenge complete. That ain't it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Star Wars version of Helldivers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You Titanfall 3 first, then Battlefront 3, then Battlefield 7, cycle between over 3 years. I think they just need, like, Battlefront needs to have like a 5-year plan. For as ambitious as a Battlefront could be with the amount of content Star Wars has, I think that needs to be either, it needs to be a game that lasts the entirety of one console. So like with the PS6 or whatever they're calling the next Xbox, like that, you should drop that as like a launch title, and then that shit should be updated for the as long as that console goes. That should be updated. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh, I was like, dude, it looks like shit. Okay, this is a tough camo to have because this weapon doesn't really showcase it very well, but actually this looks gas. Let me put this on a different gun. It's not going to take up everything. The rev's usually pretty solid. That's cool. That's about 3 hours too. Let's see, 2.5 today. It's probably like a half an hour yesterday. 3 hours for this, not too bad. I like that event. I think this event's probably the best way to do it. Make them like grindy so that you have to play the game and you can't just get them done in one game. But nothing overkill or unfair. I remember saying that as someone that got every class and Heroes Max and Star Cards. You 100%. What a beautiful and epic game. But like, does EA have their rights there still or what? I know a lot of the devs disbanded from DICE. I think after Battlefront got shut down, a lot of the devs left. But all of them last year when the game got really really popular again, the devs were saying they'd come back and play it, or they'd come back to it if there was Battlefront 3. You know what? I like this camo. That's gonna look really sick in fucking Warzone. It looks good on Nuketown too, but I think it'll look even better on Haven's Hollow. That's a flex too. Not many Haven's Hollow enjoyers are gonna have that one. Yeah, this game looks sick. Definitely worth the 3 hours put in. Definitely recommend KOTOR 1 and 2. We'll see. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go eat. I could probably finish up that one video tonight. I'm working on 3 videos that are gonna be a part of a series. And instead of like making a video and then uploading it, I think I'm gonna wait until I have 2 or 3 of these completely done. So then that way I can upload like one every 3 days. And I'm done with the first one now. So we'll see. It's taken a while. This one's taken a while. It's taken a while, boys. It's taken a while, but it'll be worth it. Trust me. The Gap Year Evergreen content is slowly starting, and it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be fun. It's fun to make. But appreciate you guys hanging out today. Gonna need a tier list, big guy. A camo tier list is gonna be insane. I thought about that. You know what I could do for a Gap Year would be unlock all the 250 camos in the game and then like make a big like tier list based on everything. Because I would love to do that, but I want to have the gameplay for it. I don't want to just like do a tier generator for it. I want to actually have the gameplay for everything. But I think at some point we'll do that one, bottom bunk. But all right, guys, we'll see you. What's tomorrow? Saturday? Probably stream some point this weekend. I don't know what we're gonna do, but content videos coming soon, planned. We're good. Appreciate the game 2 stuff, guys. Yeah, we'll all meet. If the game's insane, we'll meet back here tomorrow for more basketball talk. All right, guys, have a good one. Enjoy your Friday. Get outside if it's warm. Peace.